Attention, BRN affiliates. Showtime in 90 seconds. Showtime in 60 seconds. "45 seconds. "30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
What about Macho? I want to see what Macho Man's pee looks like.
Macho Man looks like gasoline.
Oh, what the hell?
Macho, would you pee into a bottle and let us analyze it or no?
No, and if we're ever going to use that for a studio, we're not doing this.
I'll put it somewhere else. I'll put it in the shed. We're not ever gonna we don't have any plans for the shed other than to house my mopeds and power washer.
I don't think he wants to house any pee.
He doesn't have to do it. Macho Man doesn't have to do it. We know he pisses gas.
It'd probably melt through the bottle.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Thursday, February 27th. Of course, you know what that means. It's Brian the Babyface Matroni Day. Woo! Which will be followed by a award-winning Blizzard podcast. Went and looked at the podcast numbers last night. Were better than last month, but still off a little bit. No reflection upon the person that does the podcasting. We have, one, I wasn't here for a few weeks to hold my end of the deal up. But secondly, we're in the middle of kind of I wouldn't say a reset, but we're trying a bunch of new stuff. And we're trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. Like the one dude, what was his name? I just had it.
Oh, what, for Andrew McLean?
Yeah, Andrew McLean. I think that one's got legs. Of course, the Blizzard is either number 1 or number 2 every week.
Man, I'm not here to whack off any podcast stats, but we already beat last month by 1,000 on a very short month with days to go.
You didn't let me finish, and the fact that we have a very short month. I wasn't here for a couple of them. I'm happy that we are going to probably end up beating last month by probably maybe 8 to 10,000. After one, I motivate you with this speech, and two, the next 2 or 3 days, we'll probably be $8 to $9 grand ahead of last month with really nice growth and a short month, and trying to figure out what sticks and what doesn't stick. So I'm very happy. I'm just trying to get those motivated to go and catch, because the Blizzard arguably is there's some weeks where the Blizzard beats the infamous Klim Kush. There are some weeks.
This will be one of them.
And this might, no, I'm going to be honest with you. This won't be one of them, because we had Kurt Angle on. And well, no, that wasn't a Clem Cush.
That was yesterday's
No,
show.
we had Andrew McLean on.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have John Cena on this week. You just won't be able to see him.
Well, we got John Travolta on next week. Okay.
John
Oh yeah,
Travolta.
well, we had booked Gene Hackman for today, but
Oh, you
that's
did?
not going to happen.
Oh, okay. We got Caitlin Clark on. Boy, how big would that be?
I got Caitlyn Jenner.
I'm
How
on
big
both-
is that going to be?
I'm on both podcasts, and I was unaware of all these guests that you guys booked. This sounds awesome.
Sounds like just keep booking, bitches. So anyway, welcome, Brian. How are you, my friend?
I'm great, man. Life's beautiful. Everything's great.
Shut the hell up with that
Your-
life's beautiful stuff.
Your shirt says that. Your shirt screams, I'm running loose. I got a game for today. I mean, your shirt screams your mood, and it's bright, it's fancy, it's festive, it's happy, it's appropriate, I should say.
T-shirt will $20, Babyface Brigade.
There you go.
Thank you, T-shirt. Well, look at the screens. I mean, you guys are like, and I get that you're in here all the time and it's your job, but I'm bright and bubbly. You guys are like these dark Eeyore clouds in your corner.
Yeah,
They're
this
all
is
black.
called winter tones, Brian. Do you know what colors are in? It's not summertime, okay?
Ins or outs.
We're not wearing neons in our favorite pinks.
Did you not see my new shirt? I'm a vegetarian.
Awesome.
Oh,
Okay.
Bubba, don't wear that outside here.
I think, Bubba,
I think it's great.
Dude, you're gonna get so much with that.
can you wear
Like
that?
women are gonna see that, they're just be like, "Oh wow, you know what that means."
Oh, well, you know what? I can switch because I.
Oh, you're a switch too.
He's got a Mediterranean shirt.
No. Hold on. I messed up because in between shows, I was going to switch shirts because I had a Kurt Angle Steel City Outlaw shirt.
Oh, nice.
I had that all ready to go, and Seth, that would have automatically put him in a. I mean, he was in a good mood with us. There was never a. But if I would have had that on, he would have been, because he calls me Bubs. He would have been like, "Oh God, Bubs, look at that! Thank you."
He would have loved it.
Completely messed up.
That is a cool shirt.
Completely messed up. I ordered it specifically through his merch deal quite a while ago, knowing that one of these days I'd have them. I got a Click shirt. I got a. You know who might do the show, Lummy? Mick Foley.
I've reached out to him a couple times.
No. See, I think Kurt lied a little bit yesterday when I said, "Hey, Kurt, do the boys hate me?" And he said, "No, Bubs. Not." I think they do.
Which boys?
You think he was being nice?
Anybody
Yeah.
can have Mick Foley on. You want to try to book Dude Love. That's a much harder get.
Well, I mean, I'd like to get on Lummy like Jim Cornette and Tom Pritchard. Some of these guys that I know really, really hate me.
No, I was going to say, yeah, I can.
I think
I'll reach out to Jim Cornette. I mean, I know he hates you.
I know Jim Cornette hates
Jim
me.
Cornette hates anybody who he doesn't deem to be a wrestling insider.
But I'm going to say, like, hey,
he's
Jim,
such a snob.
I know, but that's why I want to go on him. I want him just to tear me apart and be like, hey, Jim, I know you've torn me apart. I know you thought that I hung from Hogan's nuts, which I did. But he was my friend, and I was just working smart. I mean, if you're going to be an ultimate worker, I was just working smart. Here's some stupid kid that has no right to be in the business, and I've attached myself to one of the biggest of all times. Had a pretty damn good little run at it. Had a little ripple in the ocean, if you will, by letting him have sex with my wife, and that in itself, But if Jim Cornette thinks that I would go on and he he's is it called salivating? How you say it, Brian?
You nailed it.
He's salivating at me being able to go on and him just cut promo after promo after promo, and I take it and just give some evergreen or backfill some of his promos. Be like, hey, Jim, you're right. I was a Hogan stooge, just like Brutus was, just like Jimmy is. Do you
want to try to get on the same page with these guys? Is that what?
Or just,
I know you want to
not really get on the same page, but validate what they think of me, and then possibly have an ally down the road.
Well, why don't you have Brutus on, man? You could have him in studio. He's local, and
because it would end up being a big Terry FU.
His wife's the booker, okay?
His wife is the booker, and it would end up being a big Terry FU, and I don't need that right now before this thing hits. You know what I'm saying?
I gotcha.
And I don't want to irritate Hogan. we're most afraid of him. You know how litigious he is.
Yeah.
All right, so
would you be open to having Tito Santana on?
Sure.
Okay, I don't know him, but we could get on it.
I do. I know Tito.
Tito Santana. Okay.
Santana.
No, I'm gonna have to give you a list of every wrestler that I have
Coco Beware.
Never met Coco.
That's a shame.
Let's get Awesome Kong on.
I've tried.
Would love to. And you know what, Lummy? I would love to have Kim on, and maybe you can even send this excerpt to her.
Right.
Kim, here's the deal. I'd love to have you on my show. I got some great numbers. I can promote whatever you're doing. I don't know if you're just being a private citizen now. I don't know if you have a wrestling school. I don't know. I know at one time you lived in Tampa. But you know what, Kim? I'd be willing to try to bury the hatchet through an apology of what you think I did wrong. Disrespecting Haiti the way that I did on my show. You had every right to blast me in the face. I'd love to go through that scenario, take responsibility for my part, and apologize to you, because it probably was the conflict that you had with me that made you leave TNA, which might have not been the most optimal thing that you wanted at that time for your career. It certainly probably didn't help yourself with WWE. Most people, I think you had a huge WWE career ahead of you, and I probably hurt that. And I'd be willing, that's not what I'd be willing to say. That's the truth. That's how I truly feel. Now that cooler heads have prevailed and, years have gone down the line, I'd love to have her on the air, say that. And when I say that, I mean, admit to that and try to, have some type of relationship with her so that we could call her up from time to time, see how she's doing, or promote what, maybe there's something that she's doing right now that she needs promotion for. I
heard she's working for Elon and Doge.
Ryan MBSC $20. Yeah, because last time
if she is working for Elon and Doge, she's stiff, and she'll get to the bottom of it. I'll tell you that right now. She might be the secret weapon. Elon, I just want to let you. I can't do an Elon, but I can do it.
Let's hear your Awesome Kong.
No. But I can do a really, really stupid Donald. Be like, I just want to let you know I gave Elon full authority to hire Kim, better known as Awesome Kong. Now Trump overly uses the word awesome. Like tremendous, awesome. Those are like his go-to words. Just want to let you know Awesome Kong is as awesome as she ever was. And she's going to help Elon really sharpen that pencil in the Doge program. And we're going to get all these deadbeats. Just like the way she used to throw deadbeats over the top rope. She's going to throw them over the top rope of the government. Awesome Kong.
She just shut down 12 libraries.
She's going to get to the bottom of whether or not the Haitians are eating the cats and dogs.
I actually gave her a little bit of money to throw down to Haitian to make them a little bit happy. And so,
are people still eating pets, or is that over?
I don't even know.
Come on, dude. Everything's a work, and it's so funny how they just fall for it.
They were eating ducks and swabs, Brian. Come on.
And there's 300 million people over the age of 100 receiving Social Security benefits. I mean, you guys are such rubes.
But hold on,
Marks.
I did hear this. I did hear this from a pretty credible source to a person that went to Haiti on behalf of like a missionary. Religious type deal, and it is an absolute free-for-all, third world country to its max. Like, you have to have an escort. It is bad.
It's a misunderstood land.
I mean, I don't know if they're eating pets or not, but my friend said they were his church. Is
this a church with walls or without walls?
This one has walls and a foundation and a roof and a parking lot and electricity. And running water,
nice.
Which is way more than what Haiti has. And so he said like they do nothing but collect tennis shoes, and they bring like 15 or 20,000 pairs of shoes down to Haiti because most kids and adults don't have shoes. Like they don't have shoes, and so they take like 15 or 20,000 pairs of tennis shoes down there, open up this big, tent, and there's lines like from here to your office, Brian, for people just to get a pair of $9 Walmart tennis shoes. And he's like, you wouldn't believe within the line, there's robberies and people getting mugged, and for their like a guy that will be only like 50 positions away, and he'll get stabbed because the guy wants to take a spot because he doesn't want to be on spot number 400.
Wow.
So it's bad. I mean, I've heard that it's, Haiti is as bad as what has been reported. Let me a phone call early in the morning. It's probably usually something that
tickets, baby,
Tickets.
Oh, yeah, probably tickets. Hello.
Good morning, Bubba.
Yeah, is this Tony from Orlando?
No, this is David from Winter Garden.
Winter Garden. What are you calling about? Tickets?
Yes, sir. No, just call, say hello, and thanks for the show. Appreciate you. Listen every morning.
Appreciate you, Tony from Orlando. How do you get us? By what means?
No, David from Orlando.
I like Tony Orlando better.
Tony Orlando and David and Dawn.
Bubba's like Trump now. He just gives out names.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be right. So you're now Tony Orlando.
No, he's Tony Orlando and David and Dawn.
Yeah.
So David, Dave, what?
Yes, sir.
How do you listen to us?
YouTube, sir.
Fantastic. Have you already given us a thumbing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely, every morning.
I think we started with, now this might be a record, and it's probably because of Brian, of course, just ask the shovel-faced son of a bitch, but I think we started with almost 100 when we signed on, like 77 or 78 when I first cracked the mic at, 37 seconds after 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
there's the pinned up thing that Rep put up there about leaving the thumbs up, and I think that's helped out. And,
yeah. Like to open up the show with, man, as soon as we cut the mics on, we're at 100. And then let me someday,
Absolutely.
Our litmus won't be, or our par or goal, if you will, won't be, 11, 1200. It'll be 2000, which will be really nice. And really, we're getting some great algorithm movements, and our shows being recommended to places or people that it normally wouldn't be, just mainly because of the thumbs up. So thank you, David, Orlando, and Dawn. I appreciate that, my friend.
Yes, sir. Bubba, did you see the Cletus had a race over there with the Nissan Maximums over the weekend?
No, but I do have a potential meeting with Cletus that's been arranged through a mutual friend.
Awesome.
The week of our vacation of the 21st, I'm going to try to make it down and start doing some stuff with him. And one of which is I'm going to try to put him in a dirt Crown Vic to race at my track, and he's going to try to put me in an asphalt Crown Vic to race at his track, and we do kind of a double promotion kind of deal. Although he has far larger reach than me, we do have
you have short arms.
Cheap Charlie 215, $20.
Let's try to get Dr. Dan in there with you.
No, let's just try to get me in there, okay, and make it a me thing. I appreciate it. All right, David, you've irritated me now. Thank you.
Bubba, so
it's not the Dr. Dan show. It's my show, okay? So I try to get other people to. I can barely. I had to beg, borrow, and steal, and talk to a very famous, influential person that's a common friend between me and.
Why can't you ever drop names, man?
Because my friend asked me not to.
Oh, okay.
My friend asked me not to. He's like, I don't want people bugging me now to set up meetings, but him and I are good enough friends and known each other for 20 plus years that he did it for me. So I drop enough names, trust me. Me keeping things a little kayfabe.
It rhymes with Joni Blue Shirt.
I sent you an awesome comment that she did like a couple years ago discussing what happened with your situation. But I will send her that clip because I emailed her about a year ago. She was nice enough and responded with a no. But I'll send her the clip and maybe that will help out.
All right.
Yeah, just cut out the Haiti part where I mentioned her with Trump and the dogs.
I'm gonna leave all that out. Yeah.
Quit telling us how to do our job, Brian. You're really can you turn the irritation factor down to like maybe an 8?
No, because I walked in and you were already on. I walked in a good mood and you already. Oh, great! Here we go. And so
no, hold on. When did I say that?
Oh, were you perturbed at the game that he made for us today, Bubba? Because it was kind of you said that he was.
Oh yeah. Because I said I made
Seth,
a game
don't fuel him on something.
No, I'm helping you. I'm helping you get your anger out of him right here, right now.
Us this
405 is where she talks about the fight where she jumped you.
And she has it kind of wrong, but I'm just
after he introduced me to him and he left, I was just like, after him and I had to say in front of Hogan, and I actually
I mean, I think I need to get to the part where the guy brings my name up, right? Because I mean,
Well, here I am, the bully.
I was looking for tense because uncalled for, and there were put his name out there on the radio, and Bubba kind of put the heat on.
I mean, you really missed though. I'm just saying, lover, you missed it.
He was within 2 minutes.
This Universal Studios worker was kind enough to host these people, and so they wouldn't turn on Bubba, and Bubba kind of. Because conducting himself.
It seems like the whole goddamn thing's about me.
It is, but I was just saying about the fight, not about the lead up.
I think we need to get it all.
Okay.
I think we need to get it all.
All right.
Okay. That was the thing.
Because here's the deal: the lead up in itself was a real AJ Styles really screwed me bad.
Oh, get that. I would just start at the beginning. I thought I was just saying how she described the fight. That's what I was going with.
And I need to talk. I think have I talked about what happened that day? I don't know that I have, or if I have, it's been a while.
I don't.
But I don't want to. I don't want to say it, and then all of a sudden somebody's like, "Oh, you haven't heard this before." I just want to make sure that
fan of yours.
Yeah, no, now here's the deal, man. Like, if the guy,
we got to give these guys a podcast, Bubba.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, if the guy is trying to get heat with me and he's already emulating me. I mean, come on.
And maybe by doing a little role play here. I will be Bubba.
Oh, I've never seen this.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Bubba, before you proceed, this could ruin your day.
No, Seth.
Babyface already did it.
Yeah, I was going to say, but Brian has already.
Okay.
My day was ruined at 5:56
from the short arm comment to the I'm just like, come on.
You think it's cheap heat, low hanging fruit, Bubba?
Yeah, like come on. He know. Like, there's a lot of times at the end of the day, it takes him a while to set in because he has to go jiggle your balls for a few hours and then
Wow.
Yeah,
right.
He's got to jiggle your balls and tell you how good you guys are. Then you guys got to talk about card talk, and then you got to do all your kind of nonsense. So by 3:30 sometimes on the day that he's here, he'll text me and be like, "Hey, was I a little over the top today? I need to learn how to back it down."
You're saying this didn't happen, Brian?
No, Brian doesn't.
He usually texts me and says, "I think you were good on the show today," or "Hey, buddy, you got to work with me better. Really back it down a notch." I've never texted you and said, "I think I did really good on the show today."
You've texted me and said that you've been too stiff and that you apologize. And you're a liar if you haven't said that. If you say that you haven't,
I've apologized to you before when it's been brought to my attention that you've been upset with me. Yes.
Yeah, but so why should we even have that dynamic? Why can't you just understand?
Because it's fun.
Why can't you just understand a dance with me? Go right on that fine line. But when you got 3 out of the gate before 6:05.
But first of all, 3 out of the gate is an exaggeration.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, so I think I got one.
We're getting away from what we need to get to.
You were wrestling. Did you ever spud a guy in the ring?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes I spud you, man. I'm trying to work with you.
I didn't spud him 3 times after the whistle blew.
I'm not a good wrestler.
Clearly, in a backstage area where they do pre-taping. That's where she assaulted me on a sound stage with a black curtain partition. And she was standing behind some of this curtain. She had a dark outfit like this, and you couldn't see her. And she came out from underneath this black skirting with me and Scott Hall and just started laying hammers on me. And I said, as I told Kurt yesterday, Scott Hall said, like, "Bro, I didn't see this on the pre-tape sheet. This is a shoot." Kissing his ass, and I had to tell him that he was a broke down, decrepit old guy, and I'd been in surgeries with him where they had done various things, and everybody kisses his ass, and I'm telling you now, you're going to hurt yourself if you go out there and wrestle. That was one of my promos that I cut. Another one that I cut was with Mick Foley, and by the way, I did the Hogo one exactly the way they want it. The other one I cut was with Mick Foley when he was doing a Loser Leaves Town match, and he was saying goodbye to everybody, and I was supposed to be the guy that says, "Don't let the door hit you in the ass." He was supposed to, lay the hammer to me. He did. He didn't spud me at all. He just really laid it in, very believable. If you look and you go slow by, motion frame by frame, you can see that he uses the side of his hand to hit like the bridge of my nose. I take a bump. There's a 3-minute commercial break. They bring in, like, literally they have these makeup artists while I'm laying down on the ground, makeup, like bruising of my eye and stuff. And then they open the next shot up with me laying on the ground with what looked like to be like a broken, or, you know, like my eye was all bruised and everything like that. And actually, I was still married to Heather at the time. The kids, Julia and Tyler, were watching it because usually I was never involved in a physical altercation, and they started flipping out because they saw me get attacked, and then it was so believable that when they came out of commercials, it was right on me laying down on the ground, with a broken maybe eye socket, and the kids instantaneously started flipping out crying. And so I get a text from Heather saying, "Is that a shoot, or are you okay?" And I had to tell her it's just makeup and the whole 9 yards. So she had to tell the kids that. Jeez. So those are two. Another promo I cut was when we went head to head with Monday Night Raw the very first night. Hogan and I was in the parking lot getting all the fans, all riled up and stuff like that. So like I did what I was told. Like I didn't go off script or anything like that.
He threatened a young worker. They're not.
This is true. This is true. Oh. And wait till you hear the story behind this. Wait till you hear the story behind this. And I got so hung out to dry. And I should have known Hogan was a backstabber at that time, trying to protect his $2 million payday, because I was full hot. I'll let Awesome Kong tell her side of the story, then I'll come back with mine.
Not a wrestler, but someone who worked.
This guy was the vice president of promotions for Dixie Carter / TNA. So, like, Brian, he was like he was the one in charge of like meet and greets and like if you free ticket giveaways on the radio.
So it was like Mike Olivero.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, exactly. That's what he did.
On the university.
The story here. I'm going to go to words then and I'll finish the rest. But here's this. So, Brian, just put your straight down the middle hat on.
Yes, sir.
They just signed me. And they want to make a big deal about it. They feel, and Bischoff, he was one of the main guys that pulled the trigger on signing me. And at that time, I was widely syndicated. I was terrestrially syndicated in almost every city in Florida. And, they did all their taping from Universal. So I was syndicated in Miami. I was syndicated in Orlando. I was syndicated in Jacksonville. I was syndicated in Tampa. I was syndicated in Fort Myers, Naples. I was syndicated everywhere in Florida. And I was also heard on Sirius XM. And so I was, very widely had a large footprint, and they signed me to be kind of a mouthpiece of TNA, do some behind the scenes reporting, but they mostly signed me for my promotional value of being able to promote the brand. So when they signed me, this guy here, this guy that we're speaking about, he comes up with this bright idea. He goes, "I got 150 passes." Which at that point, Lummy, if you knew anything about TV taping, they got a soft side and a hard side. They got a hard camera side and a soft side. This is inside business talk. Hard side camera is the camera, the side of the ring that the camera's on, and you can't see the crowd behind them. That's hard side. Soft side is when the camera's facing the fans and you can see all the fans up until the hard side camera would never pan past parallel where you couldn't see the fan. You know what I'm saying? So when you saw when the camera shot, they only had a hard side camera shot and it panned right directly into the fans, and you didn't know that there were no fans behind the camera. Okay, so there was approximately 300 spots on the soft side of the camera. So when I signed my deal, he's like, "Listen, I'm going to give you 150 soft side camera passes to give away. And with those passes, I want you to give them away on your radio show. Try to market people that listen to you on JRR 101.1, because I was heard in Orlando. Mostly because those people have, they're just traveling from Orlando. So, Lummy, I went on the air and said, listen, this is a big thing for WJRR, all Bubba Army that wants to go to the debut of us taking on Monday Night Raw. Bring your Bubba Army, bring your Hogan signs, Oh, let me see that.
Oh, no.
Oh, hopefully it comes back.
Jason Worthing send.
All right, we'll go to it here.
You got to close some windows, man. You're maxed out.
No, I'm not. But thanks for. You don't know what you're talking about.
It said you're out of memory.
All right. Well, Brian, shut up.
Okay.
I'm not. It does it all the time. So he comes to me, Lummy. He asks me to give away 150 of these soft side tickets with the soft side. Now, for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, they got a 2-week promotion, and for 2 weeks, they got nothing but me just straight promoting it, just like I am the NHRA right now, Lummy.
Yes.
I was like, man, how many do you need? 2, 4, whatever. And so with these, and they even had special passes printed with me on one side, Hogan on the other, Dixie in the middle, and it said, "Welcome, you're our guest." For, grand opening night, TNA versus Monday Night Raw, particular date, and then information on where to show up. And they were supposed to show up at the Hard Rock Live at a certain time, which is basically that was connected onto our sound stage that we did all the shooting. The Hard Rock Live was just right around the corner. And with that, you were going to be able to meet AJ Styles, and I think maybe Beer Money and a couple others. Hogan wasn't part of the meet and greet because he was part of the booking committee. So this was his big night to go against Vince, and they didn't want to distract him with 150 marks out there. Hogan wasn't part of the meet and greet, but AJ Styles and Beer Money were. Okay, yes. So the holding area is the Hard Rock Live. So you're supposed to be there I think you're supposed to be there at 4:30. They literally wanted you there that early so that they could march you over to the seating area, get you set, it's going to take an hour to meet AJ and Beer Money and me. It's going to take an hour to that. And then they actually had some catering. They were going to have catering at the Hard Rock Live. And when I talk about catering, I'm talking about juices, sodas, cookies, brownies, kind of, I don't think you'd call that charcuterie, but just, finger stuff. And so, I've gone for 2 weeks now and talked about, oh my God, man, if you want to be on TV, you're guaranteed, we're going to, over half of the TV shot will be Bubba Army. So let me, I got 150 people, probably of which 100 have Bubba Army signs, have Bubba Army shirts, have Hulk Hogan things. They're ready to, these people are excited. I meet them. Beer Money meets him, but AJ doesn't. AJ doesn't go. Oh, it gets worse. So we're now 45 minutes from now this is live TV. This isn't taping. This is live TV. And live TV, then, there is no room for wiggle room. There is no room for bringing people in 5 minutes before the cameras go on. You have to have people set and ready 30, 35 minutes. You have, Jeremy Borash, who is, by the way, wonderful. I've always kept in touch with him. He was really the true talent with regards to ring announcing. He would get on there and give everybody an update. 15 minutes to camera time, give everybody an update. Well, so it gets to be about 45 minutes before camera time, before we go live, and my people are still at the Hard Rock Live, and they're telling me, hey, there's a mess up. We didn't set aside the 150 tickets. Oh, yeah, wait till you hear this. No, so wait till you hear this. I lay my hand on my son. Not that means anything, but why would I? Let me, you could actually, if you wanted to, if you and Red or whatever, when you guys could go back and find that the next day after, because I went absolutely off. The story I told then will absolutely coincide with what I say now. So it gets to be 45 minutes. We're supposed to be live at 8 o'clock. It's 7:15, And I got now the promotional dude's boss. The boss is coming to me saying, hey, we messed up. We did not. We completely, all the ushers and stuff, because back in the day, if you remember, Seth, you may or may not remember this, but all TNA tapings were people that were in, or it was part of of Universal Studios attraction. So these people would have to buy a ticket to get into Universal.
Man, we're shakedown.
Yeah, now hold on. Then run to that soundstage and get in line. So that's how it was. So, my tickets guaranteed that you could not have to do that. You got into the park for free, and then that expedited you to the Hard Rock Live in the holding area, and then they were just going to walk you over and kind of skip the line, set my 150 in place, then let the other 150 in, and then there was like another 100 to the left and 100 to the right. It had a total capacity of about 550, 600. Because remember, behind the camera was nothing. A lot of times they'd put fans, they'd put family, and a lot of the wrestlers sometimes would come in hard side of the camera and just watch because you're not going to be on camera. So the promotional guy's boss comes to me and says, man, we messed up. Now, I'm at the Hard Rock Live, and my fans are like, Bubba, what's going on? And I'm on stage trying to, saying, hey, man, I'm getting reports that it's going to, I'm lying to them.
Well, yeah, you know who was in attendance that day is the great Gary Cantrell.
Oh, so Gary could probably tell.
Oh, yeah, he.
So Gary, if I'm, if I'm missing anything, Gary, help me out. Maybe even call the show. So, maybe I'll do some words and we can have Gary on the backside. So Gary, just hold on. Let me preliminary tell the story, and then we'll do the payoff with you. So it's 45 minutes, Brian, before. Hard start, 8:00. Boom, we're going live, and my people have already been there for an hour and a half. They've eaten their cookies, they've drank their orange juice, they've met Beer Money, they've met me, they got stiffed on AJ Styles, and they're still in the Hard Rock auditorium where you go to watch bands play. That's where they're holding them, and they're not saying anything, and they're telling me to go out and just keep the fans quiet. The promotional dude who set this up, his boss comes to me and says, we don't have any, we're done, we're sold out. The ushers forgot about the 150 they were supposed to set aside, and we're jammed. We can't put another person in this area. And I'm like, you guys printed flyers. You catered in a little bit of the stuff here. You had a meet and greet. You had me for 2.5 weeks, which I can't even put a value of what that is. I mean, I was on, every radio. I mean, just the value of a 2 week. I mean, and every one of my breaks was, Bubba the Love Sponge, don't forget this particular Monday, we're going head-to-head against Vince McMahon. We're going to kick their ass. TNA goes live on Monday. It's Monday Night Wars at its finest. And you know what? You don't got to be some jobber and stand around all day at Universal and buy a ticket. I got, 2 tickets to get you on, and you're guaranteed to be on camera. Wear your Bubba Army gear. Yada, 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 yada. So my people, man, clear up until 45 minutes before the event, they're thinking, we're great. They come to me and says, we can't get your people in. They're going to have to watch it on the big screen here. We're going to set up a big screen right here in the Hard Rock Live arena, and they're going to have to watch it here. But we're going to have AJ Styles come out and kind of, babyface or apologize, and everybody will be given tickets for another event. But we're done. We screwed up. So AJ Styles, I got to go into words. AJ Styles went out there and buried me.
And Gary's on one too.
All right, I'll go back. I'll get to Gary when I come back.
He buried you?
Rather than to say, hey, I'm AJ Styles, this was a mess up. Thanks to Bubba for promoting the event. I know he did it for a couple weeks. This place is jammed. The electricity is on fire. We are so sorry. We can't get you in. We messed up. He blamed it on me. Bubba should have never promised all this. Bubba didn't have the authority to promise all this. That's why we're in this. And I'm sitting on the side stage with the promotional guy saying, "Are you kidding me?"
Was AJ Styles like AJ Styles back then? He was already
way over.
Oh, okay.
He was the baby face of the company. Like, Brian, Seth, he was the most over guy there was.
It would be like sending Lummy out at BARP and telling everybody there, hey.
No, it'd be like, you know what it'd be like? It'd be like sending Roman Reigns out there right now. You know what I'm saying? Like the over.
Right.
Or John Cena or somebody that's just way over. And he went and commenced to blaming it all on me and blamed me that I overcommitted and overpromised, and I was never given the authorization of doing this. So I went into Dixie's office, and I think you understand, we're 15 minutes before airtime. Everybody's just flipped out, and I throw the promo down, the card that we were giving out, and I said, "What part did I lie about?" And she reads the card and she goes, "You didn't lie about it all. They're supposed." I said, "Well, you got AJ Styles out there burying me right now." And then the heat didn't go to AJ, and the heat didn't go to the main promotion guy. The heat went to the assistant guy. That's the story. We'll get Gary to back that story up next.
Scott Commando, $10.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge show will be back after this.
And Gary might remember stuff I don't remember.
What's that, G?
Well, yeah, he's going to see it from the fan perspective.
Oh, right. I got one. Watch this. We do this. Oh, we lean over and then we smack each other on the right cheek. It's the newest high five crate.
Man, I hope they saw that. You guys like that.
That's pretty good.
You guys got to pay for more of that shit later.
I think that's the new high five. I think the Bloods and the Crips are going to start doing that in the hood.
They should.
I'm trying to come by and kick your chair out.
Sorry about that, buddy. I didn't think you were getting up this early in the show.
I had to go back to the bed.
What do you got to do back there?
Actually, I bring the power cord tomorrow.
These all look like they're Lays.
Well, they're not. There are 5 different varieties of chips in here. Don't blow the segment, man.
You got those libtard Cape Cods.
No, there's no libtard chips in there, man. These are all rugged American companies.
Ruffles?
No Ruffles. That'd be too easy. All right, everybody. How we doing here in Hot Mic, everybody? Let's see what's going on here. Might as well cup cheeks. No, it's an awesome, Gene, it's an awesome high five. Good morning, Organic Gene. Sorry for your loss, my friend. Running out of Genes here. Eugene Levy and Gene Lasker, I think those are the only 2 Genes left alive now after today.
Well, that's more interesting there, too. What don't we know? What was he doing on set?
He threatened.
Good morning, Mr. Grouper Lips, sir. Thank you, Andrew. I agree. What's up, Tuddles Clay Balls? I am the Snowflake. Yeah, give us a thumbing, guys. Let's see where we're at. I gotta refresh. So I know we're higher than 23. Keep them thumbs coming. We love thumbins. Oh, we're up to 517. See if we can get to 1,000 before 7:30. I think we can do it. Let's Hulk up, Bubba Army. I need you to call VH1.com right now and vote for Bubba. It's not a Gene Hackman whodunit. It's fucking carbon monoxide poisoning. Take it to the bank. It's what would kill a whole family without any signs of foul play. That's my guess, at least. We'll get to it. You two IP in pools. Twink Martindale will be here today. Twink Martindale has a game all set for the boys. We've got choices of prizes today. It's going to be exciting. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned.
Prizes.
We got prizes.
I love prizes.
Good morning, Wayne Reed.
Guys, Babyface has had this one on the back burner since last Thursday at 9 o'clock.
Yep. I got one in the chamber at all times, man.
Is that a sexual reference?
Could be. Could also be a fart.
Whoa, that's not you.
That could be me. Maggie Matroni likes to fart.
That's your other personality, okay.
Maggie Matroni Dutch ovens people.
Oh, goodness. Children.
Walking down the street. I'll just throw a sheet over both of us and then rip one.
I mean, that could be the next big fucking thing, dude.
It could be the next thing. It's called a Dutchin.
I mean, I'm thinking about all these trends that have taken off online, and I haven't seen that one.
Then I give him a shirt that says, "I got Dutched by the shovel face."
Oh man. Okay, so we missed the bowl, you know. Lummy, did you get another curb alert? Is that in the back of your truck? I had to go over to take a look what it was. I just saw the legs.
It's a little table. Little outdoor table.
Is that an outdoor? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto studios.
Aquabeto.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Gary, the Cantrell is standing by. And I'm sure he's probably already, him or Red, have probably already found maybe the day after this event where I was insanely off the chain. Gary, I got like another 4 minutes to play of this, but I'd figured let you tell your side of the story. There might have been some things that I omitted or forgot, or it was all just a whirlwind in my little head. Now it's just all a whirlwind that day in itself. I just know that I was really got made to look like a real jobber. They jobbed me out. They made me look stupid. They turned my fans against me. They used me to promote their brand for 2 or 3 weeks, and really upset a lot of people. What do you remember from that day? And so far, have I told the story correctly?
Yes. First of all, good morning. That was a very long day.
Hold on. First of all, are you feeling better? And
how you doing, buddy?
Are you gonna be good?
Yes. I until I saw the prescription bill, and then I said they probably should have just let me go. But no, we're on the mend. We're doing good.
Perfect. So go ahead, take it from the top.
Yeah, so basically, I got there early that morning. You had Mick Foley probably in the second to last segment in studio. You guys were talking, and I was listening to that while in line. They had moved us multiple times throughout this day. It started out Blue Man Group, then over to the Hard Rock. Then there was another place, I don't remember what attraction or restaurant it was, but basically they were just saying, like, we don't recognize your tickets. Universal was playing as if they had no idea what these tickets were, if they were valid, anything, and they were basically giving us the cold shoulder. But as the line was getting bigger and more people were getting angrier,
and here's the deal: the tickets were made by TNA. TNA made the tickets. And it wasn't like some tickets that I made up and I printed up. I mean, they were professionally made, professionally printed tickets.
But yeah, Universal didn't want to. They were basically just playing stupid. Ultimately, is what happened. And so they were just shuffling us around to different areas, trying to keep us out of the way of the flow of the park because the line was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It was getting crazy.
And I'm getting reports, Brian, that my my friends and stuff that are texting me saying, "Hey, we're really getting the runaround here. Something's not right." And so I'm, 2 hours before camera, before start time, I'm already trying to remedy this. And so
you and I were tweeting.
Yeah, Gary and I were tweeting, and he's like, okay, we're getting moved from the Blue Man Group over to some sports bar. Now we're leaving the sports bar, and they're taking us to the Universal Live event, venue. I think that's where, at the end of the day, they end up putting everybody was in the Universal Live event, and they were going to show it to you on TV, I think.
It was the Hard Rock. That's where we ended up.
Yeah.
So basically, we did end up seeing a couple of the TNA talent that night. Just jumping ahead a little bit, we did see AJ, which that's more of a high spot. I'll get to that in 1 second. But also Christopher Daniels, and I think the Pope was also there as well. I have pictures from that day somewhere. But
Pope,
AJ
that might have been the
out.
reason for the problem. That's the papal needs a lot of security and everything.
Super Fat Bubba Light says, I don't know that he was there, but maybe I told a story that a kid asked, as everybody was getting all pissed off on this whole deal, and they're getting the runaround, and they know they're not getting in. A kid asked me for my autograph, then spit on it and threw it at me.
That is true.
That happened?
100%. I was there. Yes.
Wow.
What
wow. All right, so continue.
I'm sorry. No,
and by the way, Gary, you will admit that, like, I'm sure you'll tell or verify that, like, for 2 or 3 weeks on my show, almost every other break was a promotion for this particular event.
Oh, I know. I was very excited because back in that time, I was doing a little cruddy wrestling podcast, and I had Tree Man on trying to get closer to you, trying to get your attention. So I started at the bottom and had him on, and we kind of became buddies so that I could, get one of these damn tickets so that my wife and I could come from Virginia down there. So we had already had a 900-mile drive invested. We did meet you the day before. We met Hogan the day before at the Margaritaville, but so we're at the Hard Rock, and basically, AJ comes out. He says everything you said, but he's like, I think when you see Bubba, you need to kick him in the nuts. That was a direct quote.
Yeah.
He was telling people to kick you in the nuts.
Not only did he said that I overpromised and underdelivered, and you're not getting in. You can gladly watch it from here, but when you see Bubba, you should kick him in the nuts. That's what he said, and so I just absolutely flipped out. Went to Dixie. Now, she can't really do anything. This is her top talent. I'm a jobber compared to this guy. But, I mean, like, there's no way he should have said that. And especially when it wasn't my fault. I was only doing what they wanted me to do. I gave away the amount of tickets that they printed. I promoted it the way they wanted me to do. I promised what they told me to promise, and everybody got jobbed out.
And if you think I was angry about it, Bubba, you should have seen my wife, who half listened to your show at the time and was really going to support with me. And she cut a promo on the people down there at Universal, so much so that they brought, what was that guy's name? I think D'Lo Brown. He was working with TNA.
Yeah.
And he had come out and said, like, he talked to me and her and, like, 2 or 3 other people that had been there since, like, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. And he's like, look, guys, like, even just like the 4 or 5 of you, I'd like to try to get you in, but it's so tight. It's so, like, we cannot. I mean, she cut a promo on D'Lo freaking Brown. She was full hot on that.
Yeah.
Poor D'Lo.
I mean, that's how my career started with them. That was like my very first promotion with them. And to hear Awesome Kong, tell the story about how I threw this guy under the bus and all this kind of deal, it's such an embellishment from the truth.
Yeah.
So, all right, Gary. Appreciate you. You've been killing it. You and Rhett, appreciate you. Glad to know that you're better and you're not going to die on us. And thank you for verifying my my report, and I'm going to listen to what Awesome Kong says now. And Brian, if you were me, the next day on the air, when the top star comes out, throws you underneath the bus, and tells your fans to kick you in the nuts. You got kids that are asking for your autograph, spitting on it and throwing it back at you, and all you did was execute exactly what they wanted you to do, perfectly, and now this crap storm happens. How? And you had your own radio show, and you had a person that, was to blame. Would you not have gone crazy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and this was a different Bubba back then, man. This was, you were really smelling yourself back then.
This was searching, this was Metallica seeking and destroy.
Oh yeah. No, I can only imagine what that next day on the radio sounded like.
I mean, literally, that should have been my theme song, Seek and Destroy.
They really missed. They could have done a really good angle out of this with you and AJ. No, you and AJ. Like he was so over, and then he could have buried you. Have you do a run in on the match?
Do a run in, and then the first B, he kicks me in the nuts, and I roll over, and I'm done.
Well, no, you do a run in, you cost him a match, right? And then the next week, it's all about the heat between you and AJ.
And then hold on. Then maybe I get I'm not a better wrestler than him, so everything I get. So
it's debatable.
No. Here's the deal. Here's how wrestling philosophy goes. Whether it's Andy Kaufman, Dennis Rodman, Karl Malone, Donald Trump, anybody that they've ever used over the years that's not really a wrestler, it's kind of disrespectful for the boys to have to do one clean. So if an outsider, David Arquette, if an outsider ever does something with a wrestler, it's always got to be a screw job so that the wrestler got screwed, because it really takes away from the validity of their art form for a guy like me who's mildly trained at best to beat AJ. So I'd have to do him the only way I could beat AJ would be like in a distraction DQ screw job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I do that, and and he's mad as hell. And then I come out again, and I screw him over again, and I almost have him pinned. And then Awesome Kong comes out and knocks me over the head with a chair, right, to save AJ. And then there's a feud between her and I, and she just for like a month straight just kills me. Like, just absolutely buries me clean in the middle, beats me every time. Then we go to pay-per-view with it, and I beat her on a screw job. And then, when we go and do a legitimate job, she cleans house, beats me fair and square, and the angle's over. I mean, because you can't have me on for more than a 2-month angle. People aren't going to believe it. So, I mean, they really being between Eric Bischoff, Jeff Jarrett, Kevin Nash, Terry Taylor. There were some really good, they had Vince Russo there at the time. Hogan, they had some really good wrestling minds. They could have come up with a really good program for this had they thought outside the box.
The first day that Hogan was,
and Brian, to take it even a step further, have Awesome Kong beating me, and Hogan comes in and does a screw job on her, right? You can incorporate, because the reason why the fans hated me so much is because they thought I was a Hogan plant, which I was. I was a Hogan shove down. I wasn't there on the merits of my wrestling ability. I was there because I was Hogan's best friend. So then you incorporate Hogan saving his best friend a few times, but he was a baby, and I don't think that would have really worked out too good as a baby. Kurt was there. Kurt maybe could have helped me. Nah, Kurt was a baby too.
On
D'Lo
TV.
Brown.
Babyface, $20 on the Cash App.
He had his listeners come in, and there wasn't enough room for them, so they had to.
Listen to we told the correct story, the truthful story, but listen to how it gets embellished on down the line when it goes to the workers. Where we were when he introduced me to me. We were walking out of Hogan's office. We were walking across the parking lot to the sound stage, and she was coming from the sound stage. And he was like, he was like, "Awesome kids, how you doing?" Blah, 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 blah. And let me introduce you to my friend. This is Bubba. And she was really nice. I'm like, "Nice to meet you, Kim. Do you prefer Kim, Awesome Kong?" Well, she goes, "Yeah, just Kim." So, that's the truth there. There was no heat. There was no heat in our introduction. Me in daylight, because I would have seen it coming. She laid a hammer on me when I was in a dark sound stage, and she was hiding behind black curtains.
Well, you were wearing sunglasses in a dark sound stage. That may be on you.
I like how Scott Hall though just watched it happen.
Hall, he didn't help me. I was like, "Brother, this isn't on pre-tape sheet."
Big E 77.5, $25.
This is a shoot. I'm like, I know it's a shoot. And then Eric Bischoff had to come in. I don't know if it was Eric Bischoff or Eric Russo or Vince Russo that came in and stopped her. She was laying hammers on me, and I was just kind of I had my little T-Rex arms trying to hide my little peanut face, but she was laying hammers on me, and then somebody tackled her.
Oh.
So you feel that you chumped yourself out,
Basically.
and now later on in the locker room, he's not with Hogan.
And by the way, not in the locker room.
This guy really wants to be in the locker room.
Yeah, he does.
I think he may be a part of the Sandusky crew.
I think so, too.
You have a clear shot. Now,
we're not in the locker room.
So all the kids are leaving the locker room.
When you approach him, does he immediately know he's going to be hit?
No, because she didn't. Brian, that really legally stands up, doesn't it? Anybody that runs at you, screaming at you, and you don't know that you're going to get hit, and you get hit, then that's your fault, not theirs.
As you're running.
Actually, Kevin called me and said, hey, let's lawyer up, and let's get the surveillance footage from the soundstage of Universal, and let's really make this a thing because they are responsible for your safety to an extent. And this is, Kevin, Brian, Kevin wanted me to lawyer up and really make it. I could have probably made it fairly. I got attacked by a fellow TNA employee. I probably could have caused all kinds of problems, couldn't I have?
Potentially.
Here's the deal. All I said was F. Haiti.
It's not my deal, brother. I just don't want Brookie dating one of them.
Plus, I ain't got a lot of money. All I said was F. Haiti. We're having all these fundraisers and having all these concerts. How much is actually going to go to Haiti? It's my understanding they're a third world country. Their leaders corrupt. I doubt that any of this money is actually going to be to help the fine people, the poor people of Haiti that have suffered this huge earthquake, natural disaster. And listen, when we don't have a homeless problem in Detroit, and we don't have all these Americans that are suffering and are starving and are homeless, then we can start taking care of Haiti. But until then, F Haiti. That's what I said. Not a lot of people agreed with me. So that's what she was mad about, as I said F Haiti, and I tweeted it too.
Well, it looks like you might have been
right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Might have been right because 5 years later, and there's an article 10 years later. Where did the $13.5 billion go to Haiti?
Right.
So they didn't even get the money down there.
I think Channel 10 did a lead story on it or something.
Oh, really?
You might want to check it. I think Channel 10 did.
I think we all pretty much know that none of the money went to Haiti, but that sort of happens. Yeah. What can you do? Doge will get to the bottom of it.
Well, no more. By the way, no more. Hello. Hello. This guy's been holding on for 40 minutes. Doesn't realize he's on the air now. He's got me on speaker.
Sir, wake up.
Is he looking for tickets?
He doesn't even sound like he's listening to your show.
No, he's not.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Yeah. I don't know if it involves Bob or Tom, but I think there's still a show.
Yeah, I think Bob left?
I think one of them died.
Bob left. They're all both alive.
What a quitter. Oh.
And Tom kept the name Bob and Tom Show, and does it with Chick McGee, Christy, and somebody else.
All right. Let's get going, Sethy boy. Where you going? Number 1 or number 2?
3.
Oh, doing number 4. Woo! That needs my help.
Give those thumbs up, guys.
Good morning, Jim PCL. How we doing? Just here living the dream. It's only a dream. We're at 683 thumbs, guys. We need to get 1,000 before 7:30.
No, 1,000 before 8. That's kind of the.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna have to pick up the pace, guys. Take that shampoo bottle and shove it up my ass. Moving in and out at a medium pace.
What is that all about?
It's from Adam Sandler, one of his comedy albums from the 90s, called like Loving You or something like that. It's a good one.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Big Lunger.
We're here with Bubba the Love Sponge. Doing it live. I am sitting on 1,000 thumbs. That's why I got a smile on my face, bitch. Yeah, now play with my balls and tell me how big they are. It's such a good song, Bob. You've had to have heard it. Mm-hmm. No, you had to have. It's called like Loving You, I think, by Adam Sandler. Let's see here.
You ready for this one, Brian?
You remember Loving You by Adam Sandler?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Or At a Medium Pace, rather?
What? A movie or a song?
No, it's a song.
No, I don't know Adam Sandler songs except the Hanukkah one.
He shot the fuck out today.
I'm Russian like a Ukrainian Madame.
Still makes me laugh. Like the little sophomore punk I still am.
Yes, you are.
Take that shampoo bottle and shove it up my ass. Move it in and out at a medium pace.
Is that Adam Sandler?
Yeah. They're all gonna laugh at you. Now take out that cock and balls and slap it around for mama.
Oh, he does nasty stuff?
Oh, yeah.
That's old. That's like 2000.
1998, 98.
Yeah, that's old. That's like 30 years.
Toll Booth Willie?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Oh, man. You need to get yourself the album. I guess
it was like...
Go down to Sam Goody after the show.
How about Peaches?
Yeah.
What's the other one they used to have?
Blockbuster
Tower
Music?
Records.
Yeah.
Go down to Tower.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lummy, I think, did we hit 1,000 thumbs up, like what, at 8:10? Like 8:10?
Oh, yesterday?
Yeah, like 8:10. It wasn't
about that.
It wasn't 8.
No, it was about 8:10.
About 8:10.
8:15.
See if we can knock that up to 8. With the Babyface Brigade.
Yeah, let's mount up, Babyface Brigade. It's time to we ride at 8.
There you go. So if you're watching us on YouTube, which is again our YouTube destination is at the Bubba Army. Everything from YouTube to Rumble to Twitch to Facebook to X to Instagram to locals. Jesus, pretty much everything is at the Bubba Army except for TikTok. And that's I think _Bubba_Army.
That's correct.
I think.
Yeah.
So everything is at the Bubba Army. You can also go and make large donations and/or sign up for your monthly $4.99 or $9.99 subscription at BubbaArmyHQ.com. That gives you the ability to have access to our entire library. I'm sure within that library, Lummy, you could type in Awesome Kong, and that the various times that I spoke about her would be available for you to either stream or download.
Yes, it is.
So we also got 7-Eleven.
Yes.
As a new intern.
He will be here today.
And I think, isn't it John from Naples going to start interning as well?
Yes, he's checking with his employer to make sure that he could come here early.
Well, they don't have to be here every day. I mean, they could do it like two times a week. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
Like, I know 7-Eleven likes to be here every day.
I know.
He's putting his hours in.
Yeah, he sure is.
He'll be right in this whole damn place before too long.
Hey, listen, he brought you another Monster. It's in the fridge. I'll bring it in.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Appreciate it.
He knows how to, kiss up to Bubba.
Well, I hope it's not an orange or a tea with lemonade, because I went there yesterday and their stock is pathetic.
Let me tell him that those black coated Krispy Kremes really go a long way with me.
Gotcha.
I'm sure you could steal one of those as well.
Noted.
Yeah, but by the way, that's the 7-Eleven that Brian probably frequents a lot too. That's about, well, I guess they have the little Sunoco down by the
No, they call this a 7-Eleven to the stars around here, Bubba.
That's where I go for my Black and Milds.
Between the strippers and Lummy that go into that 7-Eleven, it's well known around here.
Right. The only thing the Shell
they have valet.
Has at the corner is they got a Subway in there, but I don't know if I'd eat that Subway.
I wouldn't eat that Subway, and I wouldn't go to that store. It's all overpriced.
Oh, it's way overpriced.
The gas is like 10, 15 cents higher.
I mean, the gas, yeah, you're right, is,
Yeah, but it's good in a hurricane. Those places are like the last places that have gas. So I always go to I'm like, which gas station's the most overpriced? And that's where I go to fill up, because I know they still have some.
So anyway, we ask you to thumbs up. Kind of our new shiny object is within our YouTube world. There's so many great videos. You can hear the Kurt Angle interview from yesterday. We have various shorts and reels and things like that we cut up and put up on there, and Facebook as well. Again, both at the Bubba Army, but on our YouTube world, we've really gotten into the giving us a thumbs up. I think, Lummy, we're averaging about 1,200 a show now.
Yes.
And it really, really does help the algorithm that kind of pushes your content to people that regularly may not be exposed to your content on a recommendation type of deal. So it really does help. I think, Lummy, if we hit today, what would it be? The 6th or 7th day in a row that we hit over 1,000?
It would be the 6th day.
6th day in a row. And we've gotten so damn greedy that now we're, not expecting, but really excited. And Babyface brings a certain element of excitement to the show, and a certain amount of, I should say, irritation as well.
Well,
but I say gravitas.
Gravitas, sure. And we're trying to now, Lummy, which I don't think we've obtained with Tuttle or the Diacos, and Brian's all about keeping score.
Of course he is.
Brian knows, the dollar amounts donated during his appearances compared to others. I've not seen a Scout and Big Gulp Babyface donation today.
No.
PayPal, Venmo, Cash App at the Bubba Army. Usually,
Hierarchy Hall of Famer gifted 50 members. Woo. Woo. Thank you.
Watch out, Larry Bueller, Sub King. Somebody's coming for you.
Yeah. So thank you, Hierarchy Hall of Famer, by the way. Brian, did you hear? And by the way, so Brian now, as kind of maybe a litmus test as to how more popular he is than the other guests being the Diacos, Tuttle, and Gene Lasker, is now saying, I think I can get 1,000 thumbs up before 8 o'clock.
Yeah. We can do this, Bubba Army. I believe in you.
I think that you are well on your way.
I believe in you, Brigade. Let's do this.
I think you're well on your way. I mean, you're only like 193 away.
If we get to 1,000, I will bring in Awesome Kong to reenact the Bubba fetal position beatdown. Okay, live.
Heather Wiz didn't have a membership. I just see that she got one now.
Well, that kind of makes me a little disappointed in Heather, but that's okay.
Well, she knew that her sexy ass would get one if she just stuck around long enough.
She's been in our chat before, though, during the Blizzard podcast, which will be live today after the show around 10:15.
And now she'll get to watch it.
Yeah.
You know, the advantage to having a membership on YouTube is you'll get to visualize all of our podcasts.
It's the number one fully nude podcast on YouTube. Full frontal nudity the entire time.
It's getting so naughty we might have to move the show to Rumble exclusively.
Yeah. But it's a little too gay for Rumble, so we have to create our own one called like Tumble or something like that.
Something like that.
With a capital T for trans.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, he's just non-stop today.
Oh, man.
Non-stop today. So listen, we would appreciate if you give us a thumb in if you're watching us on YouTube. Lummy, I got my chest mount gimmick. So I'm going to be doing...
Does it fit? I heard you were concerned about that and a little bit of man cleavage, maybe.
Bubba thought it was going to face his boobs. He didn't know that it was going to actually face like the
just
track.
Just know that when you're watching me do my live feed, I got Buck and his son, the young boy. I got One-Eyed Billy, myself, Merch Crick, Drunk Dave, and Weed Whipper Greg, and we're going to be at Bubba Raceway Park / Ocala Speedway by like 11:30 tomorrow. And Lummy, I got, of course, from Power Screen of Florida, I got the Warrior 600 for the separation from Synergy Equipment. My buddy Mike. By the way, if you need any quotes on some heavy equipment, I'm talking the big stuff, 352-783-1915 is Mike from Synergy's Ocala number. I got a big-ass excavator, a big-ass front-end loader, and Lummy, we're looking to harvest about 3,000 yards of clay material over the weekend.
We are living in a material world.
Jake B and for Adam Schiff's son, Babyface.
And so Adam Schiff's son. And so know that I'm going to be live on YouTube with my chest mount, and know that I'm probably struggling and feel somewhat self-conscious about how tight it is, and my man boobs will be screaming, but hopefully you won't be able to see that. It'll be, the point it will be pointing towards,
can we get a head mount camera to show your face the entire time too? Because I'd love the chest and the head view.
No,
like one of those like little boom cameras that like would point down. Like
no,
you wear
I'm not wearing that. I'm going to actually be working. I'm probably going to be working the skid steer. Buck's going to be working the front end loader.
Can we get the rock screener?
Yeah, I'm going to get whatever I'm looking at. You're going to look at. And I'm going to be spending a lot of time looking at that rock screener.
You going to do a POV with Merch Crick?
I mean, you've been teasing this for a month now, so I'm sure everybody's excited for this.
Listen, you don't understand. Brian, I'm not kidding you.
What?
Like, there's probably remember when you went to I think UFC 300 with your boys?
Yeah.
And you had it all set up, and they
got bottle service,
and you got
charcuterie boards.
But I mean, you had it all set up. There was not a stone unturned. You had it all set up. You had your special VIP section. You had your room accommods. You
dialed in. I'm always dialed in, baby.
And you were so excited. Something you were so looking forward to, right? And so it was a big thing for you. You don't understand. This weekend at Bubba Raceway Park, I am like, it's...
Oh, I understand how much I know you're excited for it.
I have arranged to have, listen, these Warrior 600 rock screeners, Lummy, they're $165,000. And this guy is, the Florida Power Screen Florida, they're promoing me one, less the transportation fees. So, that's a huge score. To rent an excavator from Synergy the size that I'm going to get with a 27-foot boom, that's like $2,000, $3,000 a day. And then the front end loader with a 3.5-yard bucket, that's $800-900 a day.
How much is a back end loader?
I've arranged all this. I've talked to everybody. I've gotten the insurance. I have planned the operators. Now you can have all the equipment you want, but you got to have a guy like Buck and One-Eyed Billy to really know what they're doing. I mean, I could work both pieces, but not nearly as efficient as they can. So I have planned this now for 2 weeks, and the kicker being no rain. The weather's going to be perfect. And I'm going to be just I am so excited. I actually have the Merch Crick. She's going to meet me over here tomorrow. and have like my lunch and like a sandwich in a Ziploc bag and a couple Diet Cokes, so that I don't even have to. Because usually when I get off the air and I go right to the track, I'm hungry, so I stop by like a McDonald's or something and grab something. I don't even want to. She's going to have the car fully. She's going to have it topped off with gas. She's going to have Bella in there. She's going to have my food ready. And I'm literally, Lummy, going to end the show like at 53, 54. Try to strategically get out of here, so that somewhat early.
Those 3 extra minutes are going to do what for you?
Those 3 extra minutes will get me through that West Shore nightmare earlier. Thank you.
Some people would call that slavery, Bubba, but I call that love.
I call that preparation to one of my biggest
He's got
weekends.
it dialed in. This is Bubba's Christmas. Bubba's Clay Christmas.
I got the power screen guy, Matt, has already been there. He's analyzed my soil. He knows the size of screens to bring. My buddy Mike from Synergy has already been there, looked at the size of excavator that I need, the size of arranged. It has to be they're so large, it has to be a 2-day drop off. So they're starting to drop off equipment today. I've already talked to Buck. He's going to be there. He's taking a day off, I think.
Stay out of Bubba's trailer because he's going to be rubbing material all over himself, moaning, "Oh my God, this clay. This is the best clay ever. It's so smooth and wet. Oh, this material. I am a material girl." Sorry.
Wow.
Just ridiculous. Why even put up with it? So anyway, Lummy, I am like so excited. I just can't.
You just can't hide it.
I cannot.
I know.
I hope that he's worth his. I just
hope we can hit the 1,000 before 8 o'clock.
You know what? This little schmarmy son of a bitch might hit it at 7:45, which even gives him more breath. Which even accelerates his douchiness even more. Anyway, Miss Crockett, she's got something to say. I don't know if she's probably a Congress lady.
Yes, she is out of Texas.
She's hot like Glorilla.
What's that?
She's hot like Glorilla.
I'll tell you who was hot.
Yeah,
was a little African American girl that debated Alex at the sit down and shut up at LSU, and she was talking about how you say black women have kids to get more subsidies, and Brian and Alex is like, I didn't say black women, and he did. And she was. Did you see how attractive she was? She was attractive.
No, I need to go find that video and pause it immediately.
Let me find that video for me.
Yep.
Because she is hot.
It is time for us to say, Mr. President, guess what? Russia invaded Ukraine. Can we at least agree on that one? Facts matter.
I mean, what are you trying to accomplish here?
Uncle Eric, $100.
Yo, this is literally potentially putting us into an international
Say her fingernails are on point.
crisis.
Literally,
we may
potentially.
be heading towards
Literally, potentially. Brian, don't you wish you were a congressman that could come in with a real schmarmy answer?
Oh, they would hate me.
They would be like, I like to yield my minute to her grammar.
to an international crisis. We may be heading towards the next world war because we have a president that wants to pal around with Putin and wants to do everything to make him feel good, including lying about who invaded who. Mr. Chair, I got a minute left, but I really want to yield to any of my colleagues and ask them if they will say today.
What does it matter?
Well, I think the point that she's trying to make is that there's this push on social media and around to make it seem like Russia wasn't the aggressor in this and to kind of rewrite history. I think that's the point she's trying to make.
I understand, but I mean, like, you're some congressional hearing that nobody really cares about. I don't even know how heavily attended it is.
It got 1,500 likes in the first hour, so it's
very basically that when it came down to the war in Ukraine, that it was not Ukraine that invaded Russia, it was the other way around. Is there anybody in here that has enough courage to say that Russia invaded Ukraine?
I would say, Ms. Crockett, Russia did invade Ukraine, but what does it matter? What matters now is to try to get this thing, fixed and settled. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it was like, what do you think you want to get a bozo button here because you sniffed it out? Like, what does it really matter? What are you trying to get at?
Well, I mean, I think it's a big deal, to some people that the president, has aligned himself with Putin, and a lot of people from his party now refuse to answer this question.
In here that has enough courage to say that Russia invaded Ukraine.
You can have my time.
And this is yet the problem. It is time.
I like her.
I like her too, but here's what Trump.
She's got spunk.
Here's what Trump thinks.
This country has gotten bloated and fat and disgusting and incompetently run. This country has gotten bloated and fat and disgusting and incompetently run.
I had to watch that so many times to make sure that wasn't AI.
Oh, yeah, it looked like it.
But no, he nailed it.
So, Dr. Dre got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which, if anybody knows anything about that, that's a shakedown.
Yeah, you pretty much have to pay for it.
It's like $40,000.
Yeah,
it's not like the nastiest streets in LA.
Yeah, it's like 50 or 100.
And
it ain't cheap.
It's like $50,000. Then somebody like $50,000 to get nominated. It's $50,000 non-refundable deposit to get nominated. So like if somebody nominates you and you don't make it through, they don't give you your $50,000 back. You get $50,000 to get nominated, and then that they have a nomination board. I think, Brian, like the star in itself is like it's
$75,000 sponsor fee.
Okay, so we're even wrong.
Yeah, so used to pay for, but it's not to get nominated. It's used to pay for the creation and installation of your star, which seems a bit high.
Well, so anyway, Dr. Dre now has a star on the Walk of Fame. I'm assuming 50 Cent, Eminem, and Snoop already do. I don't know who. I mean, Brian, can you Google like the getting a star on the Walk of Hall of Fame process? I know that you have to give them a certain amount of money.
So how does the selection process work? Well, anyone can nominate a celebrity, including fans. The Hollywood Walk of Fame committee selects the celebrity who will then receive a star. The Hollywood Chambers Board of Directors votes to approve the star. The City of Los Angeles' Public Works Department gives final approval for installation of the star, and the celebrity must agree to attend the star unveiling ceremony.
So none of what you said had any money parameters.
No, but this is where other costs associated with the ceremony, the cost of applying for city permits, the cost of creating barricades, the cost of hiring security, the cost of paying off-duty police officers for security, the cost of production, the cost of photography. And that is what the $75,000 goes towards.
So is it not? But I was told that it's not free just to nominate somebody. There's a fee of like $17,500 to get them to consider you that's non-refundable.
$250 fee to submit an application.
Okay.
And then you got to give $75,000 sponsorship fee.
If you make it?
Yeah, upon selection.
So it's $250. So it's just basically $250 to get into the ball game.
It's up to $275 now.
All right, so $275 to get in the ball game. Then they tell you whether you won the game or not, and if you won the game, you got to scratch out another $75.
Yes, sponsorship.
Yep, and they're not mobile friendly. And there's still time. There's still time, Bubba Army, to nominate Bubba. Tuesday, April 1st is the cutoff for this year.
No,
I'm sorry. That they begin accepting nominations on April 1st, and the submission deadline is Thursday, May 15th.
They would never give me one. I'm not near. I mean, I don't even think Hulk Hogan has one.
well, I think you get in there under the film the
Well, hold on. It used
radio.
to be. Hold on. It used to be radio guys when radio was so big on being the delivery mechanism of most of your content, like Casey Kasem, and like I've walked the Hollywood Star. By the way, it's not in the best of areas. And secondly, they can kind of job you out. They can put you in like next to the Chinese theater in some really good areas that aren't. But then it goes quite.
I want to be where the prostitutes are.
It goes quite a ways, and the more B, C, and D list that you are, you get down towards like Beverly Hills High School and the In-N-Out Burger down towards that way. Because I've spent some time down there, so I kind of know geographically.
Wouldn't you want yours to be by the In-N-Out, though?
Mine's probably would be.
Yeah.
There's so many tweakers that shoot heroin on those stars. I mean, I don't really even know how that could stroke somebody's ego.
Elvis Duran, Richard Blade, Larry Elder, some of the radio legends that are on the Walk of Fame.
Yeah, so,
I'm just saying, Bubba Army, $250, nominate him. Let's see what happens.
No, let's
just send us the $250 and
Yeah,
Call it a
please.
day.
Seth will nominate ourselves.
Yeah, we'll get to it for you.
We'll put a star outside.
We'll have our own Walk of Fame.
Right on Nassau there.
We'll have our own Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
3D print me a.
I think I should have a Saddam Hussein, bronze statue of myself right outside.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying let's cast that. Let's see.
No, do you know how much that would be?
Oh, but not if somebody does it for free.
But we don't know anybody in the casting
You
business.
don't know that. You're making some wild, crazy, dangerous assumptions here, Bubba. I didn't know that you had somebody who could screen rocks out of mud, but apparently you got that. So who knows? Maybe we got a statue. Maybe we can get the guy who did Dwayne Wade's down in Miami.
When we return, we're going to go NFL a little bit from the NFL now saying they're going to put. I didn't know that there were chips in the ball already.
Chips. I was like, that's
electronic like RID or whatever they're called.
RFID.
I didn't know that the ball's already chipped. I didn't know that. I guess they're going to maybe now chip the sideline markers or the chains, if you will, the first down chains. We're going to get into that story. The NFL Players Association have now delivered the grades to all franchises with regards. Now, this is the NFL Players Association report card. Is this kind of like how players perceive the organization, from facilities to how they treat you to travel to
facilities, just
cafeteria,
ownership,
I mean,
the way, yeah.
Like the Bengals are mad because I think they don't. I think the Bengals got an F for their cafeteria because they're one of only 2 teams that don't provide 3 meals a day.
Well, they also have to pay for them.
I will tell you this. I have only really had an extensive tour on 2 different facilities, one Buck Place and the Green Bay Packers, because I had connections with both. And my connection with the Bucks is when Tom Bean's Domino's Pizza they used to be a food purveyor at the stadium, and so when you're that's considered a client. Tom made one call and got me and my buddy Denzel and his son like a complete tour, behind the scenes tour. We went to all the meeting rooms. We went to the training facility. This was off season, of course. But the Bucks, man, they take care of not only their players, but even
it's debatable if you look at the grades here.
I'm just saying their cafeteria, Brian, was nice. It seemed like, even like the women up front were going back and eating lunch.
It's a little outdated now, according to the NFL Players Association.
And then the Packers, now, my Lord, you should have seen theirs. Oh, my God. They have where, like, if you're in the front office and you say you work for the general manager or the scouting department, you can call down to the cafeteria your order, and they'll bring it up to you. The Green Bay Packers were.
Nice.
So we'll go through. Does it have a breakdown as to why some of these teams got bad scores?
I'm looking for it now.
Maybe you can do an NFL food review for us, Bubba, where you go to all the stadiums, and not the stadiums, but the team places and do the review.
Sure,
of the
they're
food.
they're going to let me in.
They may.
And then Pat McAfee, he brought something interesting up. That is, and and we have to go into words, and we'll get back to all 3 of these stories on the backside, but I could really see this happening. And that is, Stafford's wanting $50 million a year to stay with the Rams. The Rams have thrown it out there and actually gave Matt Stafford's agent the ability to see what he's worth in the market. Well, Pat McAfee, who's live from the Combine, by the way, threw out there that, how about, for $25 million, you get Aaron Rodgers. I could see, and bring in Devontae with the money that you're saving, because you're going to pay Stafford 25. Stafford wants 50. Aaron will take 25, and with the extra 25, you can bring Devontae. But now, Brian, are you getting into what Aaron Rodgers represents, and that is, okay, not only am I coming, but I got to bring my guys too? Is that now? Are you getting back to what potentially the issue is?
Yeah, he's got an entourage.
Why would you? All right. Why would you let Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp go, and then bring in Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams?
Kupp is probably washed at this point, but so I don't mind letting him go.
Devontae's not, though.
Stafford's having, I guess, going back and forth with ownership on the Rays, and he's getting pissed off.
Stafford's going back and
on his Rays, not
on
the
Rays.
Rays.
Said the Tampa Bay
Yeah,
Rays.
I caught that too.
Yeah, he'd get upset.
Like, what does he care?
I sent you a complete list of the teams.
All right, send it to me. We'll go through it next.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
Jesus. Oh, we're down. We're down to $9.99 and a bitch ain't one.
$9.97 I got.
$9.99 and a bitch ain't one. Oh my
Give
goodness.
me a thumb. Give me a thumbs up.
I'm at we're at 1,000. Oh my God.
$9.99.
742.
We're at 1,000, buddy.
Let me 742.
Yeah, 742.
No, Lummy, 742.
742. All right, there's
We did it. You guys can go home. We did it. We made the phone book.
Jesus Christ. I think the Patriots said they had the worst plane. I don't know if this stuff should be public knowledge, you know?
Yeah.
Not that it's bad, but I mean, I don't think you want to. If you're pumping a bunch of money as a fan into a team, and then you see that they got like the worst fucking, I don't know. That's kind of like, where's my tax money going? It doesn't matter. You know, and at first when they were complaining about the plane, you're like, oh, what are these guys? You know, what do they want those? You know.
Where's the plane at, buddy?
It might be. That might not have it.
Yeah, I don't think this one has it.
But they made a good point. They're like, it's not conducive for athletes that are trying to compete. So I get that if you're all fucking jammed up or something.
Right. Like if you're fucking on
you don't
Delta regional deal compared to a bigger one.
Right.
And you can't, but most of the time they try to get him so the guy gets his complete row. You know, like a guy has a whole row to himself.
Yeah.
I've had the BRN Workers Association put together their poll.
What did you just do? What did you send me?
That's what I gotta look at when I'm in there.
Oh my God, dude!
What?
He sent me a picture of the toilet.
I need to clean that.
Oh, that's why I sent it to him. Somebody, I don't even know how you have a blowout like that. Like it got to parts where you would think that there were things that couldn't have let the
people are fucking pigs.
The dookie get there.
Why did I get?
Because who else am I gonna send it to? My wife is tired of getting toilet pics.
I haven't been in that bathroom in like 5 years.
No, you just piss outside.
Exactly.
What bathroom are you talking about?
It's the one right here.
Mine.
Yours. Say it.
That's where Macho Man shits.
Well, he's got some protein shake.
Okay, all right, guys. I can't do a chip challenge if we're talking about this kind of stuff.
We're doing that at what? What time are we doing the game show? What time does Twink Martindale get to show up?
Twink. You said Tweet.
Last hour.
Twink Martindale.
Twink.
The last hour? Oh man, we want this in the drive time.
I don't know, Brian. You can't do everything. You can't fucking run the whole goddamn show.
Somebody needs to, goddammit.
This guy stands in an all 10, as they say in the rap community.
Lummy, baby, Scout and Big Gulp.
All right.
Woo! Thank you, girls. Stay safe out there.
Dude, they got me a haircut for my birthday, so I just went into Craig this week, and boom.
I just want to thank the Babyface Brigade for mounting up and riding into the 742 new record for likes, like only the Brigade could.
The Brigade's a special group, an underrated group. Some would say it's a hate-filled group.
Oh, yeah. Hey, donate with our QR code. We're trying to make it easier for you.
What do you say to people that say the Babyface Brigade's anti-American, anti-Trump?
I say, how'd you find out so quickly? I'm pro-American. I love America.
Dude, is the Gene Hackman thing, is there any chance it wasn't a suicide?
Carbon monoxide.
Was it carbon monoxide?
That's my guess.
Well, that's what they're saying. Would foul play be suicide?
Yeah.
Okay,
not if the dog. How do you get the dog in on it?
I'm depressed if they all decided to die together and kill the dog.
That's what I was thinking.
But they would suspect foul play then.
Well, that's why
Would somebody choke out the dog?
I don't know these answers.
We need to find out.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto Studios. Aquabeto.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
It will now be an official record, Lummy, until it's not, or till it's broken. And that is on our YouTube channel, which is at the Bubba Army. We got 1,000 likes or thumbs, basically thumbs up, 1,000 of them by 7:42. An hour and 42 minutes into the program. And already at 1,000.
Thank you to my Pakistani friends at the Click Farm for making this dream a reality for me.
Scouting Big Gulp 25.
Thank you.
On the PayPal. That's for the Babyface Brigade.
Thank you, girls. Stay safe out there.
So they've already thumbed.
I'm sure they thumbed, they scissored, they did everything that they could.
I'm sure they have. Lummy, I put my phones on hold because I have to, after today, go through all the information you sent me with regards to the NHRA Gator Nationals, collect and get the data over to Joshua to see what I have left, because I've been going kind of crazy on those tickets. Of course, the Gator Nationals 3-6 through 3-9 in Gainesville. I think today I actually got to work on Tony and Ron Capps, Justin Ashley, driver of the Skag Mobile. The Skag, I think Justin Ashley drives the Skag Top Fuel Dragster. And so I'm going to try to get those for next week. The Gator Nationals, again, 3-6 through 3-9. And maybe starting tomorrow, I'll have more tickets once I figure out what I've given away and promised. We talked about the NFL before going into words.
Patrick Mellon, $5 on the new Super Tip system. Thank you.
New Super Tips. Thank you. And does that go to you?
Yes, I see it.
Does that run through Bubba Army HQ?
Yes, it runs through the Super Tip system, which runs through the Stripes account, which it saves us way better on the percentage.
What I'm saying is, where does a guy find the Super Tips?
So we're putting the QR code up, plus you can go to supertip.gg/the Bubba Army.
Sounds like a real site.
It really.
.gg.
Well, we're making a better site.
So where can a fella at this particular? Who's this guy that just gave us how much money?
It was Patrick Mellon, $5.
Right, Patrick Mellon gave us $5.
Melton.
Man, he is his name sounds familiar.
He is a.
Is he the Nobody Likes Onions?
Yes, he is.
His headshot is spectacular.
Oh, is he the Nobody Likes Onions guy?
Yes, he is.
I like that guy.
He's the one that actually him and a friend created Super Tips.
Thank you, Patrick Melton.
He's super tippy.
I need to give you some back. We should start maybe taking a little bit of our money and giving to some of these shows, these, wouldn't say lesser known, but maybe didn't have quite the numbers we do, and start, giving to some of those shows.
We can just give to them by mentioning them. I mean, that's very generous of you.
And what's his show called? Nobody Likes Onions?
Nobody Likes Onions,
by
yes.
Patrick Melton.
Yes.
I think it's on YouTube. It's on anywhere that you can get, any type of content. I think he's got it distributed across multi-platforms.
Yes, he does.
So thank you. I think he likes the show.
He does.
Thank you. And I have watched some of his stuff. He's actually pretty funny, and he's pretty on point with some of the things that he talks about.
Yes, he is. So thank you.
So the NFL the NFL ownership grades from the National Football Players Association. Here are the report cards. So this is kind of an overview of the team. Lummy has since found another page that kind of breaks down. Boy, who don't you realize we have a cough mic?
I hit the cough button.
No, you didn't.
I absolutely did. You can go back and view the tape.
No, we can't. We can't view the tape.
Wow.
Well, you can.
So anyway, these are the overall grades that the teams have got. Lummy then found a different page that kind of broke down the weight room, the training facilities, the cafeteria, just different, marketing, how they treat the players' families, and that's far more entertaining than these. But here are the overall grades: 3 A+. And I wonder, Brian, if a guy's a free agent, the money's about the same. I would assume that you would probably consider 3 things as a player. 1, geographically, where are you at? Do you got
tax bracket, weather, climate,
exactly.
schools, that sort of thing.
Geographically, where you're at, meaning, is there state taxes? Am I going to be shoveling snow in December?
Jason Lindquist, $20. Keep thumbing.
What's Detroit and Tampa want me. They want to pay me the same. Where do I go? So you obviously geographically, and then probably team competitiveness.
So for some players, competitiveness is number 1, but I would say 1A, 1B would be that, and the geography/taxes, yeah.
And then the final would be, probably some of this stuff with regards to how, this is probably figured into some players' decisions as to. Now, this is really fine-tuning once you've found out where you want to go. Like, for instance, if you take the 3 teams that have A+, Dolphins, Falcons, Vikings, I think you probably take Atlanta.
Why?
Because Miami's a rat race.
Yeah.
You're not going to get as much for your money as with regards to real estate. I think Georgia doesn't have state taxes either. Maybe they do. I don't know. To me, the Dolphins scare me. That scares me.
5.39% in Georgia. So on a $20 million contract, you're talking about $500,000 roughly.
Okay. I'm certainly not going to the Vikings. If I got the Dolphins, and the Falcons wanting me, I ain't going to the Falcons.
No one wants to go to Minnesota.
I ain't going to Vikings. I'm not shoveling snow at Thanksgiving. I'm not doing it.
And paying state income tax graduated up to 10%.
Yeah, no,
Woo!
I'm done.
Woo!
So here are the grades. The 3 best places that got the best grades were A+, Dolphins, Falcons, Vikings. In the A category were the Broncos, Chargers, Texans, Raiders, Commanders, Ravens, and Saints. In the A- categories are the Packers, the Niners, and the Bears. In the B+ categories come the Lions, Jaguars, straight solid Bs, Eagles, Bills, Cowboys, Titans, Colts, C+, Giants, Browns, Seahawks, Cs, solid Cs, Rams and Bengals, C-, Chiefs. Isn't that amazing? Team that, pretty much kind of not starting a dynasty, but
it's a dynasty. I think.
Okay.
I think it officially can be called a little bit of a dynasty.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a dynasty, but they got a C+. Buccaneers D+, Steelers, Patriots Ds, Cardinals, Panthers D-, Jets F.
Yeah, well, they're owners and ass bucket and
here's what breaks it. Here's some things to consider. Treatment of families. Minnesota gets an A, Miami A-, Dallas Cowboys A-. Actually, you guys, I don't have to read them.
I wouldn't want anything less than an A on treatment of families, by the way.
Let's get who's the worst on treatment of families. That's what I'm most interested in.
The Bucks got an F.
Hold on. They even go F minuses.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
So Bucks and Chargers got an F, but F minuses.
That must be a buy your own tickets team.
Yeah. No, hold on.
No family suite.
That's a sold out. We can't even sell you a ticket. Watch it on. That's stay home and watch Dad on TV. Oh my God. Cincinnati Bengals, Pittsburgh Steelers, Washington Commanders, and New England Patriots get F minuses.
Wow. That's pretty bad.
Dude, the league should investigate that. That's horrible, man.
Yeah. I wonder what they are doing to those families to get F minuses. Because I wonder if this is a case of players having expectations and teams not meeting them.
You mean like thinking some guys are going to get a suite?
Well, or they're like wanting more than they actually should be getting.
Here it is. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Here we go. If you click on it, it'll give you this.
Okay, yeah.
So this is the New England Patriots. Okay?
Yeah.
F minus when it comes to treatment of families. They're only one of 12 teams that do not provide a family room during games. They're one of only 7 teams that do not provide daycare support for players' children on game day. And they're only one of 4 teams that do not offer either a family room or daycare.
So it's the family room and the daycare. I could see that as a problem. I mean, finding good people to watch your kids for the 4 hours while your wife watches the game without, having to deal with the baby. Yeah, that can be problematic at times.
Let's go to the Buccaneers, right?
Yes.
Let's click on that.
Why'd they get an F for that?
Oh, it's
treatment of families. F. 28.
Oh, look at that!
They are only one of 12 teams that do not provide a family room during games. They provide daycare but charge $90 a kid.
I mean, come on, man.
$90.
You're a multi-billion-dollar franchise making money off the backs of these players.
And they say a caveat to the $90 per charge is that most teams offer this for free. Several players want to see the Buccaneers provide a family room like the majority of other teams.
The Lightning have an incredible setup for some of the wives and the kids, and they have multiple ones in Amalie Arena.
Do they offer those services to the podcasters too?
Yeah, we did most of the podcasts in like the wives and girlfriends room.
Oh wow,
they weren't there, but
team
their
travel.
essence was
Team travel with Buccaneers.
F.
The players' ratings of their travel schedule position, it is amongst the worst in the league. 65% of the players feel like they have a comfortable amount of personal space during flights. Youngest players have roommates unless they pay the team approximately $1,700 for their own room for each season.
Oh my goodness! Why are you nickel and dime? Why is Buccaneers treating this like Spirit Airlines?
Yeah.
You want that? It's going to be extra.
So they're saying, when you're on the road, you can have your own room. If you pay $17.50 at the start of the season, and then you'll have your own room for every game. Otherwise, you're going to have a roommate. The players must sit in the smaller seats in the back of the plane, while the staff are in the larger first class.
Oh, that's kind of ridiculous too. The staff gets first class and the players are in the back.
If I was
Rosa Parks of NFL teams here.
If I was a head coach, I would say we're going to fill the plane based on, with the exception of, Brian, everybody's got their franchise players. With the Buccaneers, Mike Evans and Godwin and Baker Mayfield aren't the 3 of the biggest dudes on the team. But I would say outside of my star players, Baker Mayfield, those 3. Then we're going to do it based on size.
No. I'm doing it based on player of the game, baby. You want first class on the way home? You get a game ball.
Okay,
you get a first class seat.
That's one incident.
It's a meritocracy, man.
I'm talking about when we're filling the plane up as we're leaving Tampa to go to a city. I got my first couple rows with my quarterback, and I'm going to have him sit with his quarterback coach, and they're going to be talking. Then I'm going to have Godwin and Evans in their own row, and then I'm going to start filling the rows in according to size.
Game score.
So my starting, and it's according to starters too. So it's my starting offensive and defensive line. You get your own row. Starters, not second team, third team. Starters. You get your own row, and then you go to your linebackers. And then you go. All starters will have at least their own row, or they'll have a middle seat between them. And then from there on back, it's just based on seniority and whether you start or not. And as a coach, I can if I'm the head coach, I don't need my own row. I need my assistant coach beside me, and we need to all kind of be together talking about stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
Belinda Fennell, 25, Babyface Day.
Let me look at like, for instance, the Minnesota Vikings who got the A+. It was the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, it was all three of them, the top three.
Right. So treatment of families. They provide a family room at the stadium. They provide daycare on game day. And a majority of returning players say the treatment of the families have improved since last year. Food and cafeteria. They rank first in overall food taste. They rank second in overall food freshness. Multiple players make it a point to give a credit to the staff in the cafeteria. They think the food service staff is tremendous. Diet and nutrition. The players feel like the team dietitian, the second highest individual grade of any dietitian in the league. 94% feel like they are getting individualized plans. Locker room. 98% of the players feel like the locker room is big enough. 91% feel as if they have enough room in their individual lockers. Training room. 98% feel they have enough full-time trainers. 94% feel they have enough full-time physicians. Therapists. 100% feel like they have enough hot tub space. 100% feel like they have enough cold tub space. Training staff, same thing. Weight room. They feel they have a high quality of weight room in their weight room, and the players feel they have more than enough space. Strength coaches, team travel. The players' ratings on their travel space is the best in the league. So Brian, they do it the best. 98% feel like they have a comfortable amount of personal space during flights. Dolphins do not require that any players have roommates before games. So, like, Brian, they automatically give you your own room.
That's great. So it should be. These guys are out there risking life and limb so these owners can rake in billions of dollars.
Let's look at the Jets who scored the worst ever. Here we go. Here's the Jets. Treatment of families, D-. Number of players want to create blah, blah, blah.
Man, it's really do they provide family room and daycare? That's the line.
And not
there.
make you pay $90 for daycare.
Yeah, that's what it comes.
I'd almost rather them not provide it than offer it and charge me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you're better off just not even offering it to us.
You know what they should do, Brian? Is they should have an area for the kids, in the stadium, and then they should have, like lunch or peanut butter and jelly, like whatever kids like, little snacks, video games, things for the kids to do, heavily secure, and then they should have it all blinked up so that all parents can go to this one particular blink, hit on it, and watch what's going on. Not only can not only are your kids okay, but you can actually hit a button and look at all the video surveillance as to what's going down. That would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Your kids eating a little bit of lunch, get a little Cheetos. I know Sammy likes her little. Sammy would, if you were the field goal kicker for what particular team, Seth. Sammy likes her little notebook. Get that down with her, and Phoebe now has an app that she can hit and she can watch. Little Sammy and how Sammy's doing. It seems like it doesn't take a lot to make these guys happy. It seems like it's mostly strength, travel, food, and lodging, right? Yes. So I think Brian, you can automatically be a pretty well recognized team if you it seems like they're most childcare. Like provide childcare, which is not a big deal, right? I mean, not a big deal at all.
I don't. And a lot of this is, I know a lot of people are complaining about, these guys are millionaires, so what's $90 and all that stuff. When it comes to being a free agent or being able to search for another team, most of these guys do consult with their families about, where they're going to go. And some of these things might come into play.
Sure. It's not just that. It's if they're doing that to you, what does that say about the organization as a whole, right? Now, if I was a player, if I'm one of the highest paid players on the Bucks, I am publicly writing a check at a press conference for whatever the amount is to pay for every player's kid to have daycare services for the season. So I will shame the owners into changing
Yeah, but
that.
you know what? No, you know what, Brian?
I'm doing a press conference.
You wouldn't have to. You could get it so sponsored by KinderCare or by all the major, people that are in that child.
La Petite.
I mean, there's so many people in that space that you could get it sponsored by them, where they bring in their professionally trained, people that watch kids for a living, have it cameraed up, have it all at the most funnest things for the kids, have an app where the parents can go and watch their kids, and you could literally, because NFL franchises can literally get any sponsorship dollars they want.
Royal Caribbean gives me free child care.
Right. Right.
and I'm a nobody.
Did you take them up on it?
Absolutely.
And Royal Caribbean doesn't have near the whip that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do.
Apparently they do.
Well, no, I'm just saying. So if you're a team, if you're a general manager and you wanted to change the persona that you have about your organization, it's really simple. Make sure your cafeteria, bring in a badass person.
Gordon Ramsay.
Well, no, not him.
Well, some teams might want to look at it after the F.
Bring in a Jeff Garagante, or bring in a, but you know what I'm saying, Brian? Bring in
Frank Chevis.
Frank Chevis. Bring in a
Jeff Garagante.
Yeah, bring in
Rachel Ray.
The Casper family.
Dave Casper. Or I don't know if his name's Dave Casper. That was the tight end for the Notre Dame.
That was the guy from Orlando that called in earlier.
So, so all these things are so fixable. One, make sure, here's how you can fix it. One, have free, really, really good childcare game day. Two, have, with regards to lodging, everybody gets their own room. Three, have a really good cafeteria. 4, have a really, really, really good weight room. I mean, those are the 4: travel, kid, weight room, food. Right?
Right.
If you nail those 4, please.
I don't mind if the younger guys have to pay for their own room, because that's always been kind of, football's kind of always had roommates, and then they got away from it, and now it's the younger guys. And I know they probably might not have the biggest contracts on the team, but to stay by yourself and not to stay with somebody else, I think is priceless. So
here's the deal, though. But I think that you don't charge. I just think that you make it that if you're a rookie and a special teams player and not a starter, it's a rule that you're going to bunk up with somebody until you have a certain amount of time with the team. There's a 10-year deal, and it's not even a nickel or diamond deal. Like, it's not even available. Like, you know what I'm saying, Brian? It's easier to make it not available for you to have your own room if you're just, the long snapper, as compared to give me $1,750 and you can have, like, that's nickel and diamond.
How much do the Bucks charge their players to park their cars on road games at $1 place? Do they sell a season parking pass for them?
And you know what I would do, Brian, to take it even a step further, is I would have, by the time the players got home, I'd have their cars detailed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, have
all right, Bubba, that's getting carried away.
No,
it's not. Bubba's the number 1 owner in the NFL. Hey, why don't you start that here at the BRN?
Hold on.
While we're on the show, our cars are out there getting detailed.
My franchise isn't worth $4 billion.
I'd come in more than a day a week if I knew my cars were getting
cleaned. And Dr. Rim, you like $100, $105.
My franchise is worth $40,000. Barely. I just got my taxes. So, but hold on, Brian. I mean, if you want to just take it to the next level so that, players are like, my God, not only do they not have any state taxes in Tampa, but they offer free health care. They got the baddest ass weight room. You bring in Frank Chevis and Jeff Garagante. My God, their cafeteria food. I mean, we had Alaskan king crab legs last week,
served by the hottest bartenders and servers in Tampa.
Hooters getting ready to file for bankruptcy. There's going to be some hot chicks looking for new waitress jobs here soon. So hold on, Brian.
And what do you want, Bubba? And then after the game, when their cars detailed, then you got an OnlyFans model. They're ready to suckle them off.
No, but you know what? They pull up and they park their cars, at $1 place, and when they come back, their car's detailed. And if you had any dry cleaning, we'll have your dry cleaning done for you too. I mean, Brian,
we'll leave the light on for you.
No, but I mean, that doesn't cost anything. It relatively.
I don't know that the dry cleaning's going to be a big
Why don't we open
appeal?
up a hotel inside the stadium too?
There you go.
Maids go to their house and clean their houses for them while they're on the road trip.
Average Joe and does his lawn. But
right.
You get back. Hey, I get back from a road game. My car's washed. My dry cleaning's done. And my house is cleaned, and my pool and lawn service has been done too.
I'm sure
everybody would go to that team.
I'm sure there may be. I'm not sure of this. There may be limitations on what added benefits that teams can give to their players under the salary cap.
In Green Bay, they have a barber. And they do have a dry cleaners. In Green Bay, you have to drop off your dry cleaners to this particular area of the stadiums, which is right where the players' entrance come into. But they also have a golf simulator. But they have a barber shop, and they have dry cleaning, and they have all that.
Yeah, because the players will die if they go out in the winter to do any of those things for themselves.
No, but I'm just saying, Brian, they're not going to die. But if you had dry cleaning,
if
you had dry cleaning and you walked in to the player entrance, and they had a little dry cleaning booth there, and you gave it to them, and by the time you get done with practice, it's done. You're not going to try to tell me that ain't cool.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, and there's no limit.
I drop off all my laundry.
The Bucks can do whatever they want, realistically. The NFL
if there's no limit on that, then go for it.
I don't think there's any limit at all.
Mow their lawns.
I looked it up. There's nothing. They could take care of them.
Mow their lawns. Have maid service.
Now, Bubba, if you're a player, let's say you had not dropped out of Indiana State and went on to the great NFL career we knew you were all capable of.
If I could just got my 40 speed down, I would have been okay.
Yeah. Let's say you did that. And what would be
I'm running like a 4.9 40. You know, they'll have me listed at 6 foot, 315.
Yeah.
Nice little nose guard. You know, like Warren Sapp, a little undersized with regards to height, but I had great leverage and I was quick off the ball. But he had a 10-year career.
He's got gusto and spunk. You can't account for that.
I got heart that you can't count
Greg
for.
from Canada, 25. Bring back sets in.
What would be the one
Bring
perk?
back sets what?
In or out?
Okay.
Into oust.
So what?
What is the one perk that an NFL team could give you that you would be like, oh my God, that's it. Those are my boys. Like, what would be the one thing? Because I know it ain't dry cleaning. You wear T-shirts.
No, it wouldn't be dry cleaning. It would probably, honest to God, it would probably be travel, getting to the game and sleep, like, having my own room, having my own row, or I'm only sharing a row with a guy. And then probably, honest to God, cafeteria. Because these guys, they eat sometimes all three of their meals at the facility.
So I would,
I would say, probably that. Probably the cafeteria and travel.
Just 3 hots and a cot.
What about you? What if you were this amazing field goal kicker that had a leg that was, you were 75% past 60 yards. You were 90% from 50 to 55. You were 37 for 37 on extra points. The shovel face was the man when 10-time All-Pro. You were the Justin Tucker without the happy ending. What would mean? Let's go through all of this, all four of us. What would be something an NFL team could, of all the things that we've talked about, from travel to child care to dry cleaning, to what would be 2 things that would get you, and let's say you're this very sought after free agent, you can pick where you want to go. What outside of state tax, let's just throw a couple things off the table. The state taxes, the geographic.
These we're talking about perks.
We're talking about perks. Take the state taxes and the geographical location out, but just what would be a couple things that you would be like, wow, that's cool.
My number one would probably be like year-round masseuse.
Yeah,
access
treatment.
Yeah, not just treat. Yeah, because
they call that like training staff treatment.
But I'm talking about year round. Like,
sure.
I'm on I'm at my house on a Saturday, and I can call up, be like,
June.
Boom.
It's June, and you can call up and say, can I come in tomorrow at 11?
No, I want them coming to me. I want it easy.
Oh, okay. I don't think any teams offer that.
Well, you asked me what my fantasy would be, and I'm giving it to you.
All right.
So that would be it. Like I call up.
But legally, I think the team would want to have it done at their facility. So, I mean, I think they could open. You're a lawyer. I think they would be opening themselves up potentially to some
Justin Tucker stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway. I mean, there could be problems with that.
Okay.
And then probably.
Boy, very rarely do I catch you on something like a problem. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's true.
Okay.
Then you said go to somebody else for their number one because I got to think of a number two.
Seth, over to you.
I would say full on laundry, not dry cleaning. Like wash it, fold, and hand it back to me.
Wash and fold.
Wash and fold.
Yeah,
100%. I hate doing laundry.
Yes. How cool would it be that you roll in because you just throw it in a garbage bag. You throw it in a garbage bag, and when you're done with practice and you're ready to go home, they have it all washed and folded up in a real nice package with your name on it. Boom.
That's the two things. Year-round masseuse and wash and fold.
Wash and fold.
Yep.
And you know what? That wouldn't cost them anything. That wouldn't cost them anything. But word would get around, be like, man, the Carolina Panthers. I know that they were like 3-30 last year, but I'm just telling you, man, they got an unbelievable training. I mean, their cafeteria is second to none. Their travel's great, and they do your laundry for you.
We're the Tampa Bay Love Sponges now, by the way.
Seth, over to you. You're a.
What am I?
I think
he's a tight end.
No, I think he's a corner. He's a corner.
Oh boy,
he doesn't have fast twitch muscles.
He's Jason Sehorn.
There's been like two white corners in the history of football.
He's a fullback.
He's a safety. He's John Lynch, safety. Right. 6'1.5", 225. Hits like Gary Fensick.
7-Eleven gave $5. Thank you.
7-Eleven. Thank you. Is that our boy Giovanni?
Yeah, he's
this poor kid is like giving you monsters and donuts and $5.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Does he have? Because I'll get a hold of the merch. Correct. Does he have a plethora of Bubba Army stuff? Because I'd like to bring him a little care package.
He's got a shirt, a sweatshirt, and a backpack and a knife.
Oh, so he's got quite a bit.
Yeah, he's got.
By the way, I'm in the process.
You know what he would like if we have it is a hat.
All right, Merch Crick, if you're listening and you're up in your little Rapunzel city, watchtower, bring him down a hat.
Because he'll wear that. He wore that to work.
She's busy watching Walker and Ariana right now because the BRN provides child care.
She has to watch Sammy during the summer. Sammy's at school right now.
Yeah, during the summer though, BRN provides child care.
You know what? I could next thing you know, and we have a pool table up there, and they'd all be pool sharks by the end of the summer. Seth would be taking Sammy into bars, winning pool, color of money type deals.
How do you know he's not doing that already?
Well, yeah, I'm telling you. So Seth, you're the new Jason Sehorn, 6'1.5". By the way, Brian, did you hear that I measured him? He is over 6 foot. He's 6 foot.
Everybody's talking about it on the streets,
he's
Brian.
6 foot half. I know you walked in like a peacock to your wife and said, "Baby, guess what? Your husband's over 6 foot."
That's pretty impressive.
It is. He's a big man.
Can we get a timpani for him?
He can have anything he wants.
A what?
A timpani.
Timpani.
Oh,
it's Timble.
Brian's looking at you like you're wrong.
He's probably right. Timpani's, I think, like a type of drum.
All right. So what would Seth, free agent cornerback, I'm sorry, safety. You're more of a John Lynch, Gary Fensick type safety.
Yes.
Remember Gary Fensick back in the day?
Yeah,
Hell yeah, number 45, I think. What would be like Brian's is a wash and fold with year-round masseuse. What would yours be?
Mine is to have my own individual shower. I don't do group showers at all. I don't want to see any other dongs. So that would be my number one thing. And my second thing would be I get my own personal young boy to impart my wisdom on throughout the season.
Oh, that's creepy.
So
well, he can wash and fold for me and massage me, Brian. I mean, and then I got your two things right there taken care of for my young boy.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
I'm the hard-hitting safety.
Giovanni, you got some new roles around here at the PRN.
As you're negotiating your contract, you throw in the young boy kicker.
Nothing wrong with that.
I need an above 18-year-old young boy that wants to learn the craft.
Barely above 18.
Okay, dude.
Allow me over to you. You're this. This very hot. 6'6", 320-pound. Runs a 4.6 40.
All right.
guard? Because you'd be a guard in the league.
Yes, sir.
You wouldn't be a tackle.
No.
I got news for you.
Oh, no, not at all.
And you'd be a guard.
Yes, sir.
And what would get Lummy?
I would say the cafeteria food.
Yeah.
That's got to be good. And the washing. I like Brian's idea, having the washy, have all your clothes washed.
Brian, and so not only the wash and fold, but if they had a car detailing service too. You roll up to practice, bring in your laundry. When you get done, not only do you have the best food that's
my Atlas is shining and sparkling.
That's been prepared by Frank Chevis or Jeff Cheragante, two unbelievable restaurateurs. You had a great practice, great weight room. You got your cold dip, your hot dip. You got as soon as you're walking out of the facility, they give you your basket full of wash and folds, and your car, which was a little bit dirty when you got there, is now officially spick and span.
We'll watch it.
Oh, is that?
I don't know.
Isn't that a form of cleaner that you can buy?
It used to be. I don't think they sell that anymore.
They don't sell spick and span?
They just call things just span now.
It's just span.
Will you look in to see if they sell spick and span anymore?
Right, I'm looking for it.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
Span.com.
A trusted disinfectant to help you kill germs all around your home. All right. So,
$5,
want to do the game?
Wifey a Guru, $5 in the super tip. Thank you.
We're over 1.2, Bubba, by the way.
Mike set records.
We of course. That was a given.
Myers Mike, $5 in the super tip. Thank
Can I get you guys set up for the game? 'Cause I got stuff that I gotta hand out.
Let me get to the scouting combine, and let me get to the Epstein.
Okay, and then after the next break, I'll hand everything out and
Yeah.
explain it all to you guys.
So what are they doing to the Epstein files? They're redacting the victim's name and Trump?
I'm the victim here. She wasn't even good. I barely knew her.
So I'm gonna do these 3 articles, and then we'll tease. Hold on here. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, we'll do these 3 articles, and then we'll tease the games coming up next. Which will give you a stop set to get
you guys set up and ready to go.
Yeah, can you do it in 5 minutes?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I can do it in 45 seconds if you guys listen well.
Do you think that the Abdul kid from Penn State's gonna fall?
It's questionable. They say this. I don't even know why he's balking at the surgery. It's only 8 weeks recovery time, and then he can start running again. So just do the fucking surgery, dude.
Well, you know what happens. They put off the surgery, then it doesn't work, then you get the surgery, and you're missing half the season.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it seems like an easy thing, but I don't know.
But anytime you're putting screws into bones and stuff.
Right, that's true.
Wait for Guru.
I mean, he might fall just because of the surgery.
Hey, Greg, I only take 30 seconds, my friend. If you're taking more than 30 seconds, you're doing it wrong.
You think Bubba Army tips.com would be good?
Bubba Army Tips? .com? Sure.
It's lady bitch.
Yeah, I like it.
Man, I hope fucking.
Yeah, of course.
Man, I hope Will Campbell falls.
Is that who you're looking for?
Yeah.
Is that Earl Campbell's grandson?
Yeah. Don't ask about why one's black and one's white, okay? You just need to know that they're related.
I don't see color, baby Bubba.
Baby Bubba.
Baby
Bubba.
Bubba.
Racist.
Baby, what, Baby Billy?
Little baby Billy's Bible bumper.
little baby Billy. That's coming back in a couple weeks.
Uncle Baby Billy's Bible bumpers.
Get out of here now. Your uncle's trying to be famous.
Uncle Baby Billy. Coggins is that guy's name? He's pretty funny.
Yeah, well, I think it's Walter
Coggins, yeah.
No, he's great.
How does Gene feel that there's only 2 famous Genes left, Eugene Levy and Gene Lasker? That's it. Every other Gene has died. Gene Wilder, Gene Hackman.
Gene Okerlund?
Gene Okerlund, yeah. We're down to 2 Genes left. Levy and Lasker.
Man, I wonder if Gene would be doing anything with WWE since they had such a, Netflix and all that stuff. I wonder if they would have
brought him back in some capacity.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's Jimmy Hart doing with him?
He's just waving a flag behind Hogan.
All right, baby. Yeah, real American beer. Oh yeah. It's the best beer in the world, baby. Woo! What was his big hit when he was with that band?
Keep on dancing.
Keep on dancing, come on, dancing.
Jimmy Hart?
Shake it, baby.
Jimmy Hart had songs?
Yeah, he was in a band.
The Gentrys.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Did he sing through the megaphone?
No.
That would have been a cool gimmick. Scott Weiland did that. I am smelling like a roll that somebody gave me. I'm a birthday deathbed. I am. Cause I'm dead and bloated.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart was lead vocal on the Gentry.
Oh yeah.
Somebody can give me some recognition now, please.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Now I don't know the group, but I knew the fucking song.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabedo studios.
Aquabedo.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Brian, the babyface Matroni, in the studio today. He has set a new record with how quick we got to 1,000 thumbs. I think now he's focusing on maybe what the all-time thumbing record may be. I don't know what that is.
We're gonna break it before the end of the show. Can I get It's a New Track record, please? I got to be the button boy around here too.
Jesus. Wifey Guru on the super tip says thanks for the tickets to Gator Nationals.
No problem. Hold on here. Here we go. Here we go. No, it's not there.
Oh no. Oh no. Can I get that one too, please?
Can we get a beaver?
An audible beaver?
Hold on here. Would it be that?
I remember my first day.
You know what? I'll gladly step away right now and let you get right back here and start running the whole goddamn
I
thing.
cannot play the button drops too, buddy.
I'm hitting. As you can see on my button board.
Yes.
And
there we go.
And it's a new.
See, now the spontaneity of it's over.
And it's a new track record.
Woo, 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 woo. Thank you.
And he's
on it. I'm always on it, baby.
Yeah. So anyway, you might have a better understanding as to what our all-time thumbing number is. I don't know.
For a live show?
Yeah, for a regular, Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 Willie. Our standard, regular 4-hour program. Do you have, I don't know that we've ever kept that stat.
No, we have not.
So today, I would say, Brian, would be that, this will be that number. And so the number that we come up with today will probably be the It's a New Track record.
All right.
And everything will be held to this standard. This was the fastest day that we made it to 1,000 at what, 7:42?
Yes, it was.
7:42. So what we at, 1,200? I just see 12. I don't see the other numbers. Like, I don't know if we're 1,250, if we're 1,290, if we're 1,210. Do you guys see that, or do you guys? It's just got to round it off to 1,200.
Once you get in the thousands, you don't worry about tens anymore, Bubba. That's it, man. You're just looking at thousos.
Okay,
that's what we call them.
So right now, even if the show was to end right now, it'd be 1,200. Even though actuality it could be 1,290, you wouldn't know that now, would you?
Well, it's not gonna matter because we're clearing 1,400, baby.
I don't know, maybe 2. Could you hit 2 Gs? You got 2 more out. You got
an hour and a half. I don't know when this game show kicks in and Twink Martindale takes the stage. You never know what's going to happen.
And during the break, Ty, I hope you had a
Pat McAfee. Do you think Pat McAfee would have me on his show?
Yes, I do.
You really do?
Yeah, the boys in the back know who you are.
fantastic break. The Jets told Aaron Rodgers, he was not wanted over there.
Yeah, and apparently
Indiana boy. The thing I'll be promoting is a scandalous type deal. He had Hogan in there not too long ago.
James Morrow, $10.
Apparently, they slipped up a little bit yesterday. Darren Muji,
we'll get into that.
Okay, sure. But, we expected this to happen. I don't think this was crazy news, but now where's Rodgers going to go next? This is kind of like the best part of the offseason in general. You got Steelers fans. Maybe they want him. Maybe they...
Let me ask you, Brian. Where do you think Aaron Rodgers goes?
I could see him in Vegas potentially.
No.
Or Russell Wilson potentially there as well. I could see him in L.A. I could see him in Tennessee.
Could you see him not in the league?
No, I think there are enough quarterback hungry teams that he will find a spot.
I do too. I would say,
and the draft class being not stellar.
Well, maybe 4 quarterbacks, maybe.
I mean, at best. And so, given those factors, I don't think he'll fall.
2 are head and shoulders above everybody, and the other 2 are just kind of,
Now, if last year's draft class was here, I think he'd have a harder time.
Yeah,
for sure.
Where do you think Shador ends up? The Jets? People are saying the Jets or Giants.
The Jets are a distinct possibility, but I think the Giants are going to pass on a rookie quarterback this year. I think the Giants are a possibility for Aaron Rodgers. Just
they're also saying
next door.
They're also saying that Travis Hunter, there might be a little chink in his armor with regards to his route running, and that his wide receiverness might be dropping. His cornerback is solid, but that maybe his stock's dropped a little bit due to the fact that they don't think his routes are as crisp. And I read this a few days ago, and that a really good cornerback could pick him apart. What are you hearing?
I'm still hearing that he's the number 1 overall most talented player in this draft, and that whoever gets him at 3 on down is going to be lucky that he fell to them.
Yes.
That's what I'm still hearing.
Is the guy from Penn State, the edge rusher from Penn State, done?
Well, he's not.
I mean, he's got a foot surgery on deck.
Definitely not done, but it could impact what Tennessee decides to do, because I thought for sure he was going to end up in Tennessee.
Does Tennessee take Travis?
That may happen now. Or Tennessee may trade out of that spot if they really wanted Carter.
I would.
Because they still might be able to get Carter down at 6. And, it depending on how scared teams are of this foot injury.
I don't know, but then
where's Cam Ward go?
Is
he who gets
number 2?
Who gets picked first, him or Shador?
Ward's going to go before Shador.
Okay. Now, who's got 2?
That
Browns.
Be the Browns, yeah.
Man, the Browns.
What a death sentence for a young quarterback.
And then what happens to Deshaun Watson? Is he just done?
Well, he's recovering from his second blown Achilles.
I know.
In a year, so he was washed before.
And 26 massage therapist lawsuits.
Yeah, no, he's done.
I mean, is he done?
You want to talk about the worst trade in NFL history?
And will they have to pay? They got to pay that money, don't they?
Oh yeah, it was all guaranteed.
Now, can they float it? Can they float that, or can they only float that for the term of the deal?
They're better off just eating it as much as it's going to suck the next 3 seasons or whatever it is. Just eat it and move on.
Just eat it.
Yep.
Eat it.
All of a sudden, there's the rumor coming out. Actually, with Matt Stafford maybe on the move, maybe Rodgers fancies being an LA Ram.
That's where I think he ends up. I think Stafford has priced himself out of LA. He's older. Boy, Detroit got the better end of that deal, did they not?
The Rams got a Super Bowl out of it.
I know, but the Detroit built a lot of what they got now on that trade.
It was kind of like the Breeze for what's his face Rivers trade that actually kind of worked out for both teams. I mean, obviously San Diego never won the big one, but that may have been coaching as much as it was quarterback play. But you rarely see trades like that of 2 blockbusters that work out for both teams.
Yeah, I know, but obviously the guy from Detroit, he's locked in. Goff, he ain't going anywhere. They got. I mean, there's no rumors of him wanting X amount of dollars. They got him locked up. He's not going anywhere. And meanwhile, now Stafford, and they are there, and Los Angeles just had to have this guy, and now he's, probably on the move.
But he won them a Super Bowl. Like you can't understate that fact. That's what every team wants. It's so hard to get, and they did it.
He wants to play for Sean McVay, and maybe he's going to bring Devontae with him as well.
We were gone for 2 weeks. It feels like so much had happened in our world. And obviously we're keeping track of everything while also checking out, refreshing, resetting, but also keeping up with everything because we get to talk about sports, so we have to know our shit, especially whenever it involves one of our guys. I mean, Aaron's one of our guys, friend of the program. A lot of people around here on this concourse don't love that.
Mm-hmm. No.
But that's just the reality of the situation and how it goes. But Aaron, from our source, says... currently out of country.
Okay.
When gets back, potentially next week, we'll join the program.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. I did ask about Rams situation to our source. Says open to everything, attached to nothing. Big fan of Sean McVay, though. Okay.
Ooh,
so
hold on.
I don't know what all goes, what doesn't, but I think right now everybody's trying to figure it out. And also remember, Aaron Rodgers open to everything, attached to nothing, potential retirement too.
Sure.
So there is a lot of conversation around that. That took place during the break. That was awesome. And since the combine has started, Tone, I hope you had a fantastic break. You look amazing. Congrats.
So I could see him going to the Rams.
Yeah, going home.
I could see that.
The NFL now says it's going to put its plan in place for its electronic system to measure first downs and the motion into motion this coming up rather upcoming season for 2025. What they also failed to report, and I looked in just over the last break, is that they're contemplating changing. Thank God. The rules committee are looking into the overtime process.
Oh, God,
because
yeah,
the overtime process. Listen, we all like different teams. We all have different opinions of different things with regards to the NFL, but I think we all would agree that the NFL overtime current rule is absolutely atrocious.
I mean, it's better than it used to be.
What's different than it used to be?
The overtime used to be first team to score won no matter what, whether it was a field goal, anything. The first team, there was no alternating first possession in the event of no touchdown.
So they refined that by saying that if the first team doesn't score a touchdown and they only score a field goal or anything less than a touchdown, then the next team, the other team gets the ball with the ability to win the game if nothing was scored with a field goal or a touchdown.
Right.
To me, college football, if there's one sanctioning body that has football overtime done right, it's the NCAA. I love their overtime rules.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of going to 2-point conversions.
They only did
that
They only did that because games were going to 9-10 overtimes.
Yeah, I get it, and it's going to be very similar, I think, in the NFL if they go to that. But
what? So now I didn't know, but I think Seth may have said, or maybe you did, that the balls in the NFL have been chipped. They RID, RDI, the same type of chips that they put in a.
They're DIE chips.
Yeah, they put it. They right next to the ball.
DEI chips.
It's right next to where they inflate the ball. It's a little chip.
Okay, so there's a little chip where they inflate the ball.
Yes.
Which is really would be geographically located in the middle of the ball. So there's 50% of the ball that's not chipped. The front half of the ball is not chipped. So if they were going to determine, and they say for 2025, they're going to determine ball position and first downs based on this electronic system that they have, I'm assuming that includes potentially the chip in the ball, which will be able to tell you exactly the position of the ball when a referee has determined the knee or elbow or body part is down. But that being said, wouldn't that put the chip is in the middle of the ball? Wouldn't you have to compensate for the half of the ball that's not chipped?
Well, I think they're going to figure all that out. Yeah. I mean, I don't think. I mean, if they're getting to the point of using microchips to locate the location of the ball, I don't think that they're going to mess up on where the placement of the ball should be.
So at that point, I mean, do they take the distance? Do they take one of their Milwaukee tape measures like we have and measure how far it is from the valve stem, the inflation stem, to the end of the ball, and then every placement gets.
It looks like
gets forwarded that many inches.
According to this site I'm looking at, it looks like the calculations, the chain would have like a set, like the sensor, so it would hit the ball and it would go to a computer and show that it's either where it is on the chain, if the end of the ball is past, or before the first down marker, it would pick it up.
All right. So the bottom line is the chip would align, the chip in the chain or the sensor in the chain would pick up the chip in the ball, and then they would put it down where it
like in this picture right here, Bubba. Yeah, like see how where it is right here.
Yeah, so like right here,
it would come up saying it's 2 inches short.
The chip's right here.
Yes.
Okay, so that's where, and then they have to align it with probably where it is on the chain. I mean, they're saying this entire chain's chipped.
So it would be a line. It's not going to be a chain. It's going to be like a line, and it would calculate that ball is 11 inches from the first down marker. It would calculate it.
In this instance, but let's say that the ball was put like right there.
So we would calculate that at the middle there with the measurement,
and the ball
of the end
would
of the
be
ball.
over.
Correct. It would show that the ball made
Vince
it over.
Lombardi, I think, said it first, and it's been emulated millions of times. But football literally is a game of inches.
Yeah.
I mean, one bad placement, or one favorable placement, or one unfavorable placement can completely turn a game around. And how many times in a game does the referee miss the placement by 4 or 5 inches? Probably, half the time?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to be precise on that.
Right. And so to have a chip in the ball that shows you exactly where it should be placed based on where the end of the play was, meaning the player knees hit or elbow hit or body hit, that would probably eliminate a lot of these placement mishaps and put the ball in a more accurate spot, making the game more accurate.
Obviously, only on plays where you can clearly delineate the moment that the runner was down. But
they're going to use different camera angles.
Like it's going to be a lot harder on those dog piles still to determine the moment at which the runner was down.
Right.
And those calls are still going to be.
I used to love Walter Payton because not that he needed that 2 or 3 extra yards, but Walter Payton, anytime he would get tackled, he would put the ball about. Before he handed the ref the ball, I don't know if you ever noticed this, Seth, being a big Bear fan, but Walter Payton would get tackled, and then he would put the ball like an arm length forward and hope that the referee wasn't paying attention.
Oh, yeah, they always have their eye on the spot.
Yeah, but I mean, he got stopped at the 5. Well, after everybody unpiled up, he put the ball like on the 3, hoping that the referee, just gave him a couple of yards. He was so good at that. So, I mean, Lummy, they're gonna look at overtime.
Yep.
And they're going to look. I think they've agreed to implementing this.
Well, they haven't ruled on it, but they're going to, because they ran it during the preseason last year, and then the UFL,
the chip.
Yeah, the UFL ran it all season.
All this chip talk has me excited for Twink Martindale's game today.
Twink Martindale's game's coming right after this.
It's a perfect tie-in.
Pam Bondi, Tampa's very own Pam Bondi. Now what? The Secretary of State.
No, Attorney General.
The Attorney General. More powerful.
Marco Rubio's Secretary of State.
More powerful.
Matt Gaetz almost had that, man.
Yeah.
So close.
I mean,
16-year-old
Brian, she is a slinging D. The second, the Attorney General,
the number one law enforcement agent in the land.
In the absolute land.
Yep.
One of the things a lot of people are wondering, because you said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk, is when can we see them and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
Why not just release the whole file?
Are we going to?
Why not just release it all? Why drip drop it? Because then you can
hold on. Maybe they need to contact these 250 people, and they can't.
No, you just redact any identifying information. Look, I could take Giovanni, 7-Eleven boy, Seth, and Lummy, and we could get it done in an afternoon.
See who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah, what you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information. But
now, Brian, what's your prediction on the sexiest, most shocking name that'll be on there? Besides Bill Clinton, and I think that's a given.
Julia Childs.
No, for real.
Sorry.
We're trying to be for real here.
Okay, for real. I don't know, man. I think we've heard so many names that are on there at this point. It'll just confirm it.
And let me ask you a question. Like, that doesn't mean anything. I mean, I'm not trying to stick up for those that may have victimized children. I'm not trying to stick up for. Obviously, this guy's a scumbag, and he has a history of doing that. Having sex with underage kids and things like that. He was convicted of that in West Palm Beach and got some sweetheart deal and had all these, teenage girls that testified against him. So I think, and obviously the guy's dead now, but, I think it's pretty much locked in to say that this guy was a pedophile scumbag that touched kids. Now, I'm not trying to give anybody any benefit of the doubt, but if you're on his plane and you went to Epstein Island, I got to think that there were some people that went to the island just to have a nice island vacation.
Well, and Trump alluded to that when they really pressed him on releasing the Epstein list right before this last election. He said, yes, he's going to release it, but it's tough because there's probably some innocent people in there that are going to get collateral damage from this.
Right. And so I'm saying, I'm not trying to stick up for anybody. First of all, I don't know the list. Neither do you.
No.
We all don't know the list.
It's going to have people on both sides of the aisle. It's going to have a bunch of scumbags on it.
But it automatically is leaning towards, if you're on there, you're a scumbag and you're a kid toucher.
Yeah.
And there's probably a percentage, I don't know if it's 5% or 50%, that of people that said, one, maybe weren't familiar with what his kink was, and two, he walked up and said, hey, I got my own island wherever, and, it's got cabanas, and you have your own pool and your own wait staff, and you can come and go as you please. I think you'll like it. You can come on my private jet and go. I mean, I think there's going to be a percentage of people that are just that are instantaneously going to be classified as pee-pee touchers, and they might not be pee-pee touchers.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm not trying to stick up for them. I'm not trying to feel sorry for them, but there's going to be some innocent people that get a bad rap on this. Now, probably the majority of the people were into what he was into, but I think there's going to be. Maybe that's what she's trying to do, Brian. Maybe she...
Well, they shouldn't be doing that. Like, you either release everybody's name, you don't protect one person because you think they might not have been involved in something. So you're saying,
if you're going to protect one, you might as well protect all 250.
Well, who's making the determination that person wasn't there as a scumbag?
Maybe that's what their office is doing, combing through these names.
And making their best guess?
I don't know.
See, that's not right.
Don't they have girls that have come forward and identified who touched them?
Well, I mean, we know those names. We've heard Prince Andrew. We've heard, who are some of the others that have been said?
Prince Andrew lost his whole deal because of it.
Yeah.
He got thrown out of the royal family.
He should be thrown into jail.
A lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information, but it's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay, well,
along with his co-defendant.
Absolutely, and he had help. That's for sure.
Now, is his co-defendant being that Giselle, or I'm sorry, Maxine, whoever?
Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah,
Ghislaine.
Yeah,
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah.
Brian, I'm going to words. Can you prepare your game?
We're ready to go. Twink Martindale is here.
We'll do it next.
Next.
What is your game called? By the way, it's hosted by Twink Martindale. And what is your game?
Guess what's in your mouth?
Yeah.
You know that I'm very picky. Like, I don't like broccoli, and I don't like, is it?
No, this game, I again, Bubba, I create these games with you winning in mind. If you lose, it will be another shocking upset.
Well, of course. I'm going to win what's in my mouth. I'm the fattest.
Well, look.
You don't have any radishes, do you?
Yuck.
Mustard-covered radishes coming up next. No, it's a potato chip game.
Do we have to put blindfolds on?
No. I've got this all set up. I'll explain it all to you.
I see you have your whole setup next.
I've got an impressive professional setup.
Fantastic. We'll get to that next. Hold on.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
And there's 5 bags within that bag, hermetically sealed, by the way.
What in the frick?
All right.
What do you mean 5 bags in the bag?
So you're each getting one bag that has 5 numbered bags in the bag.
Oh my God! This guy's a perverted camp counselor. Here, Bubba. There's more. There's more.
Oh boy. These are your holdups. So the way this game's gonna go.
What's a holdup?
Am I gonna explain it on the air? Or am I gonna explain it
on the air?
Okay.
No, people are frothing at the mouth on.
Who's excited for Guess What's in My Mouth?
Me!
Hosted by Twink Martindale.
In my
mouth. You should save it for on the air. That's a good prop. What's in my mouth? You take a bite out of the banana.
Right now, it's a banana.
Guess what's in my mouth?
He's eating the banana. He's being erotic for the camera. You're way too confident.
Oh, it's going to be a great game, guys. Who's excited for Guess What's in My Mouth? Oh, by the way, Bubba, at 8:40, we went over 1,300 likes by 8:40.
I wish we could find out when we end the show what the exact number is. Like,
There's got to be a way on the back end, right?
One would think. Let me see if I can look at it on the back end here.
I got to imagine it gives you detailed statistics.
Let me see here.
Guess What's in Your Mouth with Twink Martindale. Keep giving us thumbs, guys. I love it. It's going to make Bubba so mad that I'm the #1 thumb guy.
If we want more, scream it out louder. Bring out the fire. Gonna push it to the limit, then I go. If we want more, scream it out louder.
Oh, that's Usher.
You're damn right it is. USHERRAYMOND. Because that's what you want to do. You want to get with me. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. You want more Usher? Because that was the only two.
Somebody call 911. Set these fire burning on the dance floor. Whoa.
Is that Usher?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I appreciate the help.
I think it may be Tayo Cruz or...
Oh! Tayo Cruz.
Sean Kingston, one of them.
Oh, man.
You're way too beautiful, girl. That's why it'll never work. You have me contemplating self-harm.
Oh, man. Whoa.
It is Sean Kingston, fire burning.
He killed somebody on a jet ski.
He did, huh? That was the rumor?
You know, buddy, I was in the top 40 world for 23 months, so let's not act like I didn't know what was going on then, okay?
I thought that was all an accident.
What an accident?
The Sean Kingston.
It might have been, but
You can kill somebody by accident still, Lummy.
I can't give the full details of the story.
The winner, I'll save it for the air.
Oh, dude.
16 seconds.
Dude, is it a blaster?
Ooh, there's a choice.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Welcome to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Brian the Babyface Matroni. Seth, I can smell that you've lathered yourself up in hand gel.
Oh, sorry about that.
No problem. I'm not as sensitive to smells as you are.
I normally just do a dollop, but I got carried away.
If Bubba has that sense of smell, then his sense of taste must be on point. And we'll find out in a moment.
Look at me.
Guess what's in your mouth?
So Brian last week came up with which guy knew his favorite football team the best. Let me finish first. I second. And let me. We should actually keep statistics on Brian's games.
All right.
So
it's Twink, by the way.
Twink Martindale, Twink Fartindale. Do you ever fart, Brian? Like,
do I ever fart? I'm a human being.
Do you fart in front of your wife?
Yeah, I'll fart wherever I am. I'll fart in front of my priest. I don't care.
Will she rip one in front of you?
Nah, she tries not to. She's a lady.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So let me. In the first, Brian's first game to market was guess. How well do you know your favorite football team? You got a first. I got a second. Kush has got a third. His second game, guess what's in your mouth? Obviously the positions of how we finish have yet to be determined. So, Brian, go ahead. You've now handed us each a bag full of chips that have been separated into 5 different chips.
That's right, Bubba. If you look in front of you, each contestant has a hermetically sealed Ziploc.
Everybody show your chips.
Can we open it?
Inside, yes. Please open your chips and open up the bag, and do not remove the chips from the inside bag, but from the inner bags.
Just take the 5 bags out.
They should be labeled numbers 1 through 5.
Right. I got 1.
Each of those numbers corresponds
2,
with a certain brand of original potato chip.
3, 4, and 5.
Well, he got stingy with number 5.
Well,
yeah, he did.
It was a smaller bag.
Now, here's the deal. He's now given us each 5 pieces of paper that have 5 different chips. Like, for instance, we have...
Well, I'll go through them if you don't mind, Bubba, since it's my show.
Absolutely, Twink Fartindale. Go ahead.
These are in no particular order. We have Oots or Utz.
Okay, Utz Original.
Utz Original.
So everybody show your Utz Original.
Then we have, next up, we have Lay's Original.
Okay, then we have not Classic Original.
No, Lay's Classic. Sorry, Lay's Classic.
I have to.
Yeah.
correcting you on your own game.
Then we have Wise Golden Potato Original.
Wise Golden Potato Original, okay.
Then we have Great Value Crunchy Potato Chips.
Great Value Crunchy Potato Chips.
And then we have 7-Eleven Original Potato Chips.
7-Eleven, which, by the way, our newest intern.
Thank you for that, Giovanni. Thank you for the chip hookup.
Giovanni is an 8-year, tenured employee of 7-Eleven.
Yes, he is.
Okay, now.
At least you know he won't leave crappy jobs. Am I right, Seth?
Okay.
All right. So back to the game.
I can't be your Ed McMahon. I have to. I'm in.
Sorry,
I'm
you're
in
a
this.
contestant.
You're your own man. Say it, Seth.
I'm my own man. I'm not your little sidekick.
Let him be his over 6 foot own man, please.
Yeah, you're 5'9", twink.
Twink boy, Twink Fartendale.
Twink Fartendale.
All right, Twink Fartendale. Am I assuming that we open up bag number 1?
Your assumptions would be correct, Mr. the Sponge. But first, before we get to that, I want to say...
Everybody show your bag 1.
We're doing 2 things here, and I want you to put your... So you have these cards that you're going to hold up, but you're not going to hold them up until the end, until we get to the guessing portion of the game.
Right.
The first portion of the game, you're going to be formulating which one you think, and you can put your cards in order, but you're not going to lock in your answers until the end. I also want you, as you're tasting them, to rank them in the order of your favorite potato chip, because we're going to serve 2 purposes here. We're going to find out who has the best palate, but we're also going to find out who has the best chip.
Okay. Wow.
Bubba, I don't think
this is your hey, Kushner, this is your monster. You've created
I didn't even know this guy until I started working on the show.
And now he's your best friend, and rumor has it there might be a blaster involved, and you have an erection right now.
Why? There's a prize, but
there's 2 prizes. Today's winners get to choose between 2 prizes.
Now, Brian, can I
Let's
ask,
show them what they're playing for.
Can I ask you now? I have to ask the listeners, because we are doing a taste test.
Shut it down.
That you allow us to do some eating, some crunching on the air, ASMR kind of deal. And that, you actually hear us chewing the chips, which can be irritating to some. But since this is an eating competition, I would hope that you would be able to potentially put the irritation in the back of your head and allow us to irritate you. Thank you.
Be careful of those chips, Lummy. They're better to eat whole. Yes, absolutely. You're going to be invited to chomp and crunch to your heart's content.
I'm taking all my chips here, and I'm laying, all the pieces of paper. And I'm laying them out I'm just putting them all here so I have a reference point as I eat them, what I think they may or may not be.
But this is a key portion of the game, is to keep your thoughts on which chip is which to yourself.
I understand.
So as to not tip off your competitors. Because we're playing for amazing prizes.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take mine and then put my little baggie by which one I think it is what I'm going to do.
It's a genius idea.
Thank you.
And then also keeping in mind which one you think, the order, the rank of which one tastes the best to the worst.
All right, so when can we start this?
In a moment, as I tell you what you're playing for today, the winner of today's game will have the choice between 2 fabulous prizes. Maybe not so fabulous.
A $6 Wawa gift card that you found in your spare change.
A Target gift card of an unknown denomination. It's known to me, but not to the player yet.
Okay.
As you can see, it still has Santa Claus on it because it came from my leftover gift card drawer.
Sure, exactly. Okay. And only you know the denomination on it. Could you give us a range, like from $1
between 0 and 1,000?
Okay.
Think lower.
0.
Think lower.
Or
probably 5.
In honor of Brad Pitt in one of the greatest movies of all time, you can take what's inside the box. What's in the box? What's in the box?
Wow.
7.
Bubba, you know that movie?
7?
No.
You don't know the movie?
But I'm familiar.
It's based off a serial killer and the 7 deadly sins.
Listen, you can either take what's in the box, which is unknown to all, or you can take a gift card.
A mystery gift card amount.
Between 50 cents and $1,000, please, a little bit towards the low end. Yeah. Okay. When can we start eating?
Start eating. Open bag number 1, fellas.
Right. Open bag number 1.
What are we thinking about the flavor here? The crunch, the saltiness. Is there any sourness to the oil? Really, let that soak into your taste buds.
Chips are cool.
Lummy's over here writing down.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got some good crunch going on.
I thought you said you weren't supposed to write down.
No. He's writing down notes so that he can rank which one tastes the best and then have his sheets in order. You can put your sheets in order however you want to do it.
Okay.
It's up to the contestant.
Can we go to number 2 now?
Number 2. No, hold on. On number 1, what do we think about the flavor there? Was it a good chip, a bad chip?
I think, in my opinion, it was. No. I think if we give our synopsis, we might be tipping off.
Well, I wouldn't say which brand you think it is. You may be shocked by. I guess you're right to an extent. We'll save that for the end.
I don't think we should give our synopsis on a chip because that could help a guy out.
That's
true.
All right, we'll wait until the end.
Number 2. You got
chip number 2. Opening bag number 2. Chomping on the chips.
You guys eat chips? I mean, do you eat chips?
Yeah. Who doesn't eat chips?
I don't know. I thought chips are for kids.
No, those are tricks, buddy.
Okay.
Tricks are for kids. Silly Sethy.
You're saying a grown adult eats Cheetos?
All right.
Yeah.
I'm done with number 2.
Number 2 is done. Lummy, you done?
Yes,
Seth?
I'm done.
Yep.
All right. Moving on to number 3.
I don't hear a lot of.
I've been going ahead of the bags while Brian's been talking. So
Bubba's crunching. Somebody's crunching has been spectacular.
Mine. I'm trying to give them an ASMR.
I'm giving them nothing. I can't.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good crunching right there.
Yeah, it isn't.
All right, bag 3.
I'm on bag 3.
This bag has 3 chips in it.
Oh.
Got stingy. Must have been a small bag, eh?
Mm-hmm. You don't know which size bags of what I got though. Canadian.
Okay, I got 3.
Yeah.
On to bag 4.
On to bag 4. Mowing them down. Now, you may want to cleanse your palate with some Aqua Beto, the official water of Guess What's in Your Mouth.
Aqua Beto.
Aqua Beto, the official water of the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, which you can find at 7-Eleven nowadays.
And the official water of Guess What's in Your Mouth.
Yeah.
These are green.
There's variety
Is that okay?
of chips.
Yeah. Green's okay.
Green's okay?
It just means that the potato is green.
Yeah, it's just that fresh, Seth.
Oh, I know which ones these are.
Got to be the 7-Eleven ones if they're green.
Well, you've got your theories.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Now number 5.
All right, hold on. Take a sip of that delicious, flavorless Aqua Beto. Just pure quench tasting in every can.
Aqua Beto.
Aqua Beto.
Available at your 7-Eleven.
I'm really sad about the Gene Hackman story.
Yeah, me too.
Let's not bring down Guess What's in Your Mouth with the talk of death.
Didn't you have a tryst with him, Twink Martindale, in L.A. one time?
Twink Martindale doesn't talk.
Bubba met him when he was filming Hoosiers.
He's a great friend of mine.
All right, whatever, man.
All right. Have we gotten through bag number 5?
Yep.
Hold on. I still got to analyze 5 here.
Now, are you looking at the texture, the cut?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you feeling the chip? Mm-hmm. There's a lot that goes into this.
Okay.
And it's not just guess what's in my mouth.
Okay.
That's right.
Let me quench. Now we get to the guessing portion.
All right. So for this portion, we're going to start with bag number 1. I'm going to count to 3, and you are going to hold up the image of the chip that you think it was.
Okay.
1.
No, hold on. Tell everybody to grab it.
Grab it for bag number 1.
And then you got to turn it to the camera.
You got to lift it up to the camera on the count of 3. Ready? 1. Lummy, are you ready?
Yep.
Stop texting, buddy.
Not
2,
texting.
3, go. Bag number 1. You got to hold it in front of the camera. You have 2 hands, Lummy. So we're all going with Lay's on bag number 1.
Everybody is going with Lay's original on bag 1.
All right, I'm going to keep track of this here because I'm not going to reveal because that could help.
Okay, hold on. So we put that bag aside now, right?
Yeah,
we put that piece of paper and bag aside, right?
Yep, you're good.
I hope Elon Musk cancels this game.
Bag number 2.
Get ready to
Get
hold
ready on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. We've got Utz from Seth. We've got 7-Eleven and 7-Eleven.
Me and Lummy got some badass chip taste.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, so are you writing these down?
I am.
All
Bag
right.
number 3 on the count of 3. Get your guess ready. 1, 2, 3. We got Wise, and what say you, Bubba? Utz. Sorry, the cameras are a little behind.
Can you see it?
Yep, you're good.
All
Bag
right.
number 4.
All right, hold on. Bag number 4.
There's only 2 left. Shouldn't take long for you to grab it. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. You got Seth with 7-Eleven. Lummy with great value, and Bubba with
great value.
Great value. Oh, my goodness.
Great Valley Country Trip.
And I don't really need you to hold up your last one, but go ahead and do it anyways. We got Lummy with Utz. We got Seth with great value. And we've got Bubba with Wise.
Okay. Now,
somebody ran away with it, Brian?
Did somebody run away with it?
Well,
you're calculating the scores.
We've got...
You're calculating the scores.
We've got...
Did no one get
one
any?
person who got... two people who got one, and one person got two. So, yes, somebody did run away with it.
All right, so who got two? Who won?
Well, the winner of the game... It should be announced after we go through which chip was which.
Oh, you're right. All right. Hold on. Yeah, which chip was which?
So bag number 1 contained 7-Eleven potato chips.
Oh, wow.
All of you said Lay's. Lay's probably the biggest national brand, the most famous national
number
brand.
One. That was number 1. Okay.
That was number 1 was 7-Eleven.
All right. Let me see. Number 1, 7-Eleven. Okay.
Bag number 2 was Utz.
Bag number 2 was Utz. Man, I didn't get any of these right. Bag number 3.
Bag number 3 was Lay's. So none of you could have gotten that because you all guessed it on 1.
Okay. Bag number 4.
Great value.
Great value was number 4. Woo! Okay. And 5
was Wise.
I think I had that one right.
Damn, I only got 1.
Bubba won.
Bubba won.
Did I win?
Bubba wins 2-1.
Now, so I correctly identified Wise Golden Chips.
Yes.
I mean the Wise Golden Potato Original. And then did I do the crunchy?
No, you got great value.
Great value crunchy.
Yep, you came in at the end with the last 2. You nailed it.
Wow.
Now, which one was your favorite chip, Bubba?
My favorite chip was number 4. The great value. Mine was number 4.
What say you, Lummy?
My favorite was number 4 also.
Are you just saying that?
No, I have my ranking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what say you, Seth?
Honestly, they all sucked, and I feel like I'm nauseous now.
You need to puke?
I might get there, yeah.
All right, that's our resident snowflake vomiting over eating 7 potato chips.
I mean, I got
Hey, Lummy, who's the guy on South Park that pukes on everything? Anytime he gets upset or something.
Oh, Tweak.
Yeah, that's who Seth is. He's any little thing can make him puke. Like any little upsetting of the apple cart or daily ritual based.
I'm sorry, my body's used to a lot of things, but great value chips are not one of them, Bubba.
Seth, you don't have to be down on yourself
when he
because
saw that green potato
because
chip.
You're a puker.
When he saw that green potato chip, it was over.
He should have never put the green in there. He thought of mold, and now he's ready to go hurl. He's probably going to go hurl my trailer outside.
So Seth, though, seriously, which was your favorite?
You know how much pee my trailer probably has outside? Let me that trailer.
Oh, tons.
Yeah.
Seth, what was your favorite?
I guess I'd probably say number 1, the
7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right. 7-Eleven's
and
nice.
then what was the worst potato chip you guys tried?
I can't. Probably the Utz.
Yeah, the Utz was horrible.
Probably the Utz. You know what I'm doing, Lummy?
What's up?
I'm taking all my remaining chips and consolidating them down to a regular bag, and then I'm going to knack on them.
So I did try these chips before. As I was setting up the game, I tried a little bit.
Did Ariana try any of them?
No, she was. I did this after hours. I always do. Twink Martindale only comes out after 9 p.m.
Right. How about your wife?
She had a bad migraine last night. She was in bed early, so I was just setting up games.
What's early for her?
9 o'clock, 8:30. And no, she actually was in bed by like 7:30. She had a terrible migraine.
Poor thing.
Yeah, but I agreed with you guys. The Utz, the oil almost tasted rancid.
Yeah,
it had like a sour taste to it. I was very disappointed with that.
I gotta tell you,
the great value is definitely the saltiest.
Yes,
I gotta tell you,
like
the 7-Eleven chip was so good that we all mistaked it for
a Lay's.
And a Lay's arguably, is probably the market
leader,
market cap leader. Would you not agree?
Oh, 100%. Lay's probably 3 to 4 to 5 to 1 over everybody else.
If Lay's sell a packs for
all right,
7-Eleven.
now the big question is: will Bubba take the mystery gift card or what's inside the box?
Box.
Oh, Bubba's going with the box. I will bring it up to him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
if it's going to be a blaster, you want to talk about puking?
No,
Seth.
you don't want a blaster. You'll puke for making the wrong decision.
Now, there's no guarantee it's a great prize.
I think it's a sucky prize.
Hopefully, Bubba, it's a great prize for you.
It sucks.
You know what it is, Lonnie?
Oh, Bubba could have had a $15 Target gift card. Instead, he has all the leftover bags of potato chips.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
Fucking baby
You don't
face.
want the chips? Come on, man. You want the chips?
No, I really don't.
There's a lot of chips in there.
No.
That was a great finale.
Great bit.
I knew that would be the payoff there.
Now, but the payoff is who gets second place.
I was gonna put it in there.
No, who gets second place?
It was tied.
No, but like.
Okay, which what year was the first? What year was the first chip manufacturer in America?
I think
Mr. Pringles.
Listen to me. The gift card should push to the next round.
Oh no, I'm going to give you the gift card. The chips was a joke.
No.
Yeah.
No, push it to the next round.
Push it real good.
Push it.
The next round. I've got to come over to round 2. I had a tiebreaker.
I think Bubba might want to keep these food themed.
I know. He won.
I don't think
he's excited.
I don't think he knows you're planning on mixing it up each week.
Yeah, no. Next week is probably going to be guess what's in my ass.
Wow.
Are you going to be pouring like liquids down our asshole?
Yeah, you got to tell me what the flavor is.
Oh my god, man.
What would be the guy? What's his name from Howard Stern?
Yeah, Richard Christie.
Yeah, he'd guess his beers.
Yeah, he guesses beers. What are you looking at?
We'll just see him if they show.
Oh, who the packager is? They're all from the same one. No, they're not. These are all. I'll tell you what.
Brian, are Sun Chips too liberal?
Well, you'd be able to identify a Sun Chip the second you took it out of the
Just
bag.
asking if it's a liberal chip, like a Cape Cod.
It's like a Pringle.
These Great Value are super salty.
They are. They even said salty.
Yeah. They're almost too salty for me. I would say my favorite probably was the Lay's. Because these are just, like, they're too salty.
Product of Belgium.
Oh.
Interesting.
Product of Belgium, product of Canada.
Do you know we're
Like
putting,
you said, all great American companies.
we're putting a slap of a tariff on now.
Is there even an American?
You know, tariffs are going on Europe, and you're pretty much helping them out.
I know Utz is from Pennsylvania.
At least Wise here.
So the rancid ones are definitely from America.
Well, yeah, Pennsylvania is the Wise.
Oh, Wise is Pennsylvania too?
And Utz is Pennsylvania. Where do they say Lay's is?
You've literally got somebody on here, FAP, that thinks they're owning Brian because they said Brian has a small ass. That's you guys gotta work on it.
Really?
You gotta work on how.
Why didn't anybody ever tell me my ass was so small?
You gotta.
You know what movie that's from?
No.
It's Spaceballs.
No. Okay. Yeah.
And he turns around. He's like, "Why didn't anybody ever tell me my ass was so big?"
Was it the guy with the tail, John Candy?
No, it was actually
He's dead.
the head guy, played by Mel Brooks.
Okay, I don't remember that ever. You know.
He's dead.
Mel Brooks is still alive.
He's dead.
No, he's alive.
He's locked up in my basement.
He's with Gene Hackman with Hoosiers.
Yeah, Gene Hackman offed himself because he knew the Epstein list was coming out. Killed his wife and dog too, because that dog was fucking young girls on Epstein Island. Some of that bestiality porn, huh?
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, if I went with Cape Cod or any sort of thicker chip, you guys would know immediately.
I mean,
now, I can do a thick chip category. I thought sour cream and onion would be the next one.
Pringles.
Are you gonna make this a chip?
I don't think it's going to be every week will be the chip challenge, but I'll come up. We're really workshopping here on the air to see what works and what doesn't. So far, I think we're 0 for 2, but that's okay.
I think they all. What do you mean, dude?
I'm joking. I love that.
Brian, you will be happy to know that I perfectly cleaned the.
I liked it dirty.
No, I'd like for you to next break before the show is over to go give it an inspection, if you could, please.
Yeah, you okay, man? How much elbow grease did you have to put into that toilet?
Actually, quite a bit. Did
you wash your hands?
Yes, I did wash my hands, as a matter of fact. I washed them with Dial antibacterial.
That's the closest one. I started going in there when they were doing the remodel on on the gym, and I was afraid of getting locked out of getting back in because the lock was on that door a lot. Yeah. And so I was like, well, I'm not going to get locked out of the studio. That's what you're searching outside. I was always told never use those bathrooms. Yeah. Well, I'm scared to go in there. We're over. We got over 1,400 before 9 o'clock.
Well, do you think we could get to that 15, 16?
That's the top?
No. I think today's the top, but...
Well, why is Oh, I thought you were giving a specific number. 15, 16.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lummy, I got to get a hold of my buddy, JR from K1.
Oh, yeah.
He makes all the... well, here's the deal. K1 makes some of the best race uniforms there are, fire retardant. And it's different thicknesses based on what type of... Like, if you drive a NHRA top fuel car or nitrous car, they really have, like, I don't know how many layers... Like, their driving suits are way thicker. Whereas if you drive a sprint car, because the methanol that you use, it burns very hot, and more importantly, it's invisible. So, like, when JR's building your outfit, he needs to know what type of vehicle you're driving. Well, I'm going to start racing again, 4.6 Crown Vics.
Nice.
So I don't need a real, I don't need a real heavy duty one. Just maybe a 1 or 2 layer stage, SFI 2. I don't know how they rate them. But I got to get a hold of JR because I'm trying to think of, Lummy, I think I got to put probably Skag.
Yes.
On there, yep. Right? Got to probably put Red Line Oil on there. Sunbelt Rental. Probably Power Screen Florida. Synergy. Beard. Maybe even, Lummy, get a hold of Mike and see if he wants some real estate on my uniform for a little Aqua Bieto action.
How much does it cost to get on there?
I think at the minimum $2,000.
$2,000. Now, are you selling those spots for anybody?
Well, I mean, I got to see what I got to see. Well, yeah, I guess.
Okay. So if a fan wanted to put his name on the outfit,
I'm gonna look like a walking billboard, like Ricky Bobby. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, Brian. For the first time in our history of our show, and Twink Fartendale's new "What's in Your Mouth" might have just pushed it right over, but I don't know of any time, Lummy, ever in the history of our show. Seth, you might back me up on this, that we've had more likes than actual live people watching right now.
I just signed a 2-year deal with Netflix.
You did?
To host Guess What's in Your Mouth.
Nice. We got 1,310 watching and 1,400 likes. That's
right.
Pretty kick-ass.
That means everybody who's watched before this at least gave a like, too.
Right.
The 90 people who couldn't listen to the whole show.
The next break, Brian, I'd like for you to go. Now, I didn't clean the sink because I didn't have time, but I'm going to clean the sink by the end of the day. And then, Lummy, after the show, I'm going to go clean the other bathroom because it needs a thorough cleaning.
Jeez.
Whoever was in my bathroom, I don't really poop in my bathroom. I poop upstairs in that bathroom up there, Lummy, because that's where I installed my tushy.
Yes.
And I can blow the high spots off there in my butthole.
Nice.
Can I send Lummy a pic for you to post of what your toilet looked like?
Yeah, and will you do then? Yes, but would you?
I'll take the after.
Would you also do the after?
Sure.
Let's not. No. Let's do it all together.
Okay. You want me to just go now and grab it?
Yeah, grab it. Grab it now. And then Brian, maybe we can. Seth, would that be something that would be Instagrammable?
Yeah, but let's just push. That's more of like a Twitter thing, because
Twitter.
Yeah, because, on Instagram, it'll stay on the grid forever. And, when people are checking you out for podcasts.
Next thing you know, man, they're into poop and stuff.
I'll keep Instagram on the up and up if that's cool.
No problem at all.
Thank you.
Whereas the degenerates tend to go to, you can be a little bit more degenerate on, you know what? I'm not saying I'm so frugal, but I mean, these Ziploc gallon bags that these things are very handy in the. I'm taking my Ziploc bag home with me.
I'm bringing the hefty one back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody's a winner on Guess What's in Your Mouth.
Because we all got free hefty. Boy, Lummy, times are tough. I used to live in a $3 million house and throw Ziplocs away. Now I'm keeping them.
That's right.
And I live in an apartment.
Bubba, I'm going to start bringing you all my used Ziploc bags from my house.
Listen, Larry Plummer's mom used to wash them and reuse them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's no reason not to.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you just got to put in a little bit of effort.
Yeah, true. But wow. I'm not quite there yet. But if a guy's got a free Ziploc laying around,
they have so many uses.
Oh yeah, even in the garage, you can put bolts and zip tie. There's all kinds of different things you can put in them.
Yeah, literally anything you can fit in there.
All right, Brian. Brian, could you do a side by side deal? Do you have those type of editing capabilities?
I texted both to Lummy.
I got one so far. So I'm waiting for.
All right, Lummy, could you send them to me via IM?
I'm on Metro, so sometimes it takes.
By the
way,
if you're watching us on YouTube, that's where we prefer you to watch us. Please give us a thumbin'. It's really going to help the algorithm. And then, Lummy, I don't know if Seth dabbles in YouTube much, but for you and Rhett and Gary, I'd like to maybe go into the comment section and talk to people.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Thanks for listening, or no, you're wrong about this, or don't get into full-blown
troll wars.
And if you see a guy that's trolling, block him.
Well, that probably takes away a like.
Oh, does it?
Well, we'll handle it.
All right, so I'm waiting for the.
I just got it from Metro PCS boy over here.
Seth looks like he's getting ready for a rap battle up there.
I'm just trying to avoid all angles of potentially seeing this.
Okay, you're not gonna see it, buddy.
Oh.
Okay,
you're so.
Oh, shut up, dude! Because I don't want to see a blown out toilet. Don't make me.
Did you send it to me, Lummy?
It's uploaded now. Babyface.
So the answer is no. The answer is no.
Well, it's my fault. It's my fault.
Are you Metro PCS? Are you Cricket Wireless?
No, I'm not Cricket.
What are you then?
Whatever they sell, the new McDonald's wireless.
Don't you have?
He's Nextel, Bubba.
Ha! He's BlackBerry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting.
Yes, it's coming through.
Well, now it's not on me. It's definitely been
Bubba,
sent
what you're
to
gonna have to do is when you get them, you're going to see probably a blank screen. You got to click on it. Now it's on your messenger.
Maybe this is a blessing from the Lord above.
Why are you so squeamish, Sethy boy?
You're going to have to resend it because I'm not.
But I mean, it's not like
I'm sending it again.
It's not like we're showing, disembowelment.
We're showing
we're
showing remnants.
This is my life, okay? And at the end of my life,
okay, you live your life.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to live my life to the fullest, but I'm getting hindered by toilet pictures.
It's now or never, Seth. You're not going to live forever, okay?
Let me. Every time I hit my IM, it hits. It all it does is give me this screen right here.
Seth sabotaged this segment.
Oh, yeah.
He somehow went in there and ruined your Instagram messenger
thing. I go like that, and
Yeah, we're going to have to reset your trillion, I think.
Jesus Christ almighty.
Trillion, barely even a billion.
Lummy, this is what I guess Bill Clinton still... Man, I'd put him in office right now. After Trump, Clinton. Let's do that.
It's going to be
Did you hear me talking about Brian, as much crap as he got for the Monica Lewinsky and stuff? People don't realize, man, he was the last president to have a balanced budget, and he's the last president never to be in a war.
So, Bubba, I'm getting intel that this video may be from 1999.
Really?
No. It's not from 99, but you could play it. It's just...
My fellow Americans, today you may be waiting for the highly anticipated Epstein.
To me, it looks like it's AI.
Oh, it's AI.
It's AI.
Because
I didn't understand what Lummy was saying to me. He was saying it's AI, and I heard 99.
You can tell it's AI by the lips.
Yeah.
You got like you're watching a karate, an Asian karate movie from '72.
Americans, today you may be waiting.
I'm out. I'm not watching it. Lummy, I'm waiting for.
I've literally sent it multiple times.
What am I supposed to do when I click on my Trillion Willie? And please, Macho Man, I'm waiting here. I'm not waiting as in waiting for you. I'm waiting. I'm
waiting like in the water.
Yeah, I'm wading water, trying to keep my head above.
You gotta close some windows, Bubba.
No, I don't.
That's called a callback. Remember, like it's a showbiz term, real insider. We use them.
Macho Man's trying to get me set up. Lummy, what type of message did he send that screwed up the system this bad?
I think you're blaming me now for the message Lummy sent you.
Do you think it was an AI? Do you think it was the AI story sending out a virus?
We had problems with pictures all week.
All right, let me. Well, can some? Jesus Christ! I didn't think it was going to be this big.
I will say, Bubba, you did an amazing job cleaning the toilet, the turlet.
Yes, it's nice.
It's a gleaming. I mean,
why couldn't you just texted it to Lummy?
I did text it to Lummy, Bubba. I literally texted it to Lummy.
It's on my computer. I've said it. Look, Brian, you could look at every single time I've sent it. Look, Babyface.
Are you drunk?
This.
You drunk?
No, he seems pretty sober.
Babyface, look.
Yeah.
Look. Enter. It's not me. It's the system. I mean, I don't know what to say, Bubba. Look, Babyface, I have it on my screen.
Yeah, he's doing everything he can. Look, he's giving it all he's got.
But I can't control what's not coming to you.
Did you guys work this out ahead of time to make this bit longer and make me, not be able to breathe until you're able to actually show the picture?
Yes.
Well, all right, so
it's a shiz bit.
What am I?
Let's just say that the toilet's clean now. Yay!
Let me try to send it one more time.
Okay.
The first 4 times weren't enough. Let me.
Yes.
We wonder why we can't grow. We can't even get our act together.
Well, I think it's just the program. I don't think it's us.
Well, program's working fine. There's Awesome Kong and everything else.
No pictures are being sent.
Well, Awesome Kong was a full-blown video.
Yeah, the videos and messengers are working.
We went over 1.5 thousand likes. Woo!
Let me send it to me.
Bubba, I can't do anything about it. I've literally sent it. I don't know what you want me to do.
How about this, Bubba? How about Lummy walks over here with the phone and shows his phone to the camera?
What about this, Lummy? What about posting it on X?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Just post it on X.
Okay.
That's great to get people to our other sources of the show.
The only
cross pollination.
So Lummy, when you send it to me, this is where it's sending it to. This is where it's sending.
No, it's just the last message I sent you that came through.
I'm just telling you that when I hit Lummy and I hit.
Yeah, that's from 847.
Last
Bubba.
message.
Yeah.
It gives me the Bill Clinton.
It's not
giving me
any of my
it's
new
not
messages.
giving me any of. It gives me Bill Clinton with the karate AI kicker.
Yes.
So whatever. Now we've lost the timing and we've lost the room.
The moment's gone. My erection's gone. Let's move on.
You think that Epstein list is coming out today?
I'm scared. S-less. I know my name's going to be on there. I just know it.
Lummy, are you trying still?
But I sent it 17 times. Okay, you haven't got a message from me since 847.
Right now,
I can't
here
control
it is.
Messenger.
It's still.
Snap your W-2 and file your taxes.
You're sending me your
100%
W-2s, Lummy?
your biggest refund.
You know I got
File
problems
free
with the
now.
IRS.
Roughly 37%
Why are you triggering me
of
like
filers
that?
qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. Click for eligibility.
So we looked at, again, the credibility of the letters, and particularly this Andy Cano 1988 supposed letter, weighed it in the continuum of lies, and it calls into drastic question whether or not.
Brian, do you think the Menendez brothers are done? Like the prosecuting attorney that was on the way out, this was a Hail Mary for him to pick up the 22 points that he was trailing this guy by, and this guy here doesn't really want the Menendez brothers. And to me, isn't it kind of a procedural thing more than it's really just kind of like procedurally they would have to have done something wrong during the original trial, and now the judge has to rule on that. Is that how you understand this Menendez deal?
Yeah, and have to decide if it was material enough to warrant a new trial.
Trump promised to release
You're invited. The Rooms to Go anniversary sale starts Saturday, so get ready to save big.
Having a tough time right now, ladies and gentlemen. A really tough time. All because of Lummy's stupid ass.
I don't know that it's Lummy's fault.
I never said
Macho Man.
Trillion.
Macho Man. What's
just
the
use what we have.
Macho Man? Is it Lummy?
If somebody could email me the damn pic, I'll get it to you.
I emailed it to you, so you have to drag it over. Someone say that it's not my freaking fault.
I did, Lummy.
It's not Lummy's fault. It's Tuttle's.
Jesus.
It's all Tuttle's fault.
I get sick and tired of being told I'm stupid when I literally drag a picture over.
Why is it Tuttle's fault?
That I've literally done five years.
Shut up. Why is it Tuttle's fault?
I think he was being
He doesn't respond to text messages, so he's blocked on my phone.
What do you mean? I understand.
He's just doesn't respond to text messages. Apparently, I'm not important enough to. I had an important question for him, and he didn't reply yesterday, and he didn't come and talk to me the whole show yesterday.
I understand though. So what does that have to do with this Trillion deal?
I'm just being an ass.
Oh, you're just being now. Everybody's being a dick. Everybody's a comedian now. When I'm trying to get to the bottom of something,
I think this is serious, man. I'm with you.
I'm going to words. I need to put myself in a timeout.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge show will be back after this.
Fucking humor that makes no fucking sense to me, and then I get thrown off as to what.
Who will fight for your honor? I'll be the hero that you've been dreaming of. Beauty forever, knowing together that we did it all for the glory of love. Like a knight in shining armor from a long time ago.
Man, I love that song. That song is awesome.
Like your light will lead the way, take you to a castle far away. The Karate Kid soundtracks were fucking awesome.
What else was
very
on it?
Chicago heavy?
Okay,
but
man, I remember soundtracks used to be a thing. Man.
Oh, they were so good.
They don't do soundtracks anymore, do they? I guess they might.
Wicked has one.
Yeah,
I'm joking. So, The Moment of Truth by Survivor. This is the original Karate Kid motion picture soundtrack. The Moment of Truth, Survivor. Bop Bop on the Beat by The Flirts. No Shelter by Broken Edge. Young Hearts by Commuter. It Takes Two to Tango by Paul Davis. Okay, maybe Karate Kid #1, not the best. But I think Karate Kid #2 was the one that brought the fucking heat with the soundtrack.
yeah, I think you're right.
So let's see here. Karate Kid Special Edition soundtrack. Glory of Love, Peter Cetera.
Yep.
Rock and Roll All Over You by the Moody Blues. Fish for Life by Man Crab. That sounds made up. Rock Around the Clock by Paul Rogers. Let Me At 'Em by Southside Johnny. This Is the Time by Dennis DeYoung. Earth Angel by New Edition. The Love Theme from Karate Kid 2 by Billy Conti. Two Looking at One by Carly Simon. The Storm by Billy Conti. The main title by Billy Conti. And then you have extended versions of The Glory of Love. Remixes and whatnot. On the, and then I think Karate Kid 3, I don't think that soundtrack was as strong. So I guess there's only one. It wasn't even Chicago. It was just Peter Cetera. Let's see here. Karate Kid 3. Listen to Your Heart.
Listen to Your Heart.
Yeah, I don't think it's that one. It's Little River Band. Then we had Glenn Medeiros and Elizabeth Wolfgram, Under Any Moon. This Could Take All Night by Boys Club.
Oh, man.
Summer in the City by the Pointer Sisters. Yeah, no. I guess the only good song on all the Karate Kid movies was The Glory of Love.
I sent you the Twitter picture. It's on our Twitter now.
Don't forget, Blizzard 991 coming up soon.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I ran that by Bubba or not.
Oh.
It's on our Twitter, Macho.
Thank you, Macho. I got it.
It's on our Twitter. I sent you the link.
If a problem comes along.
This is on our Twitter?
Yeah, I put it up on the Twitter,
Alright,
so
I
I
don't
couldn't
need
send it
that.
to you.
If a problem comes
You sent me the
along.
link?
Yes.
Give me Bill Clinton again?
No, that was just the last message.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Oh, okay, so you're not getting any of my messages then.
All right, so I'm not getting any of your fucking.
Well, if it's on Twitter,
It's
then
on Twitter, you just go to our
just
Twitter,
go to the
Bubba.
Twitter page profile.
I think it's maybe your fucking trillion. It's messed up, buddy.
Well, Macho can't send it to you either.
He just sent me up.
It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. At show time, everybody agrees.
So Brian, he's not having surgery and he's going to work out at his pro day.
It's a smart move, and then have surgery after you're drafted and sign your contract.
Well, they go, he's reported no pain for what is a small stress reaction in the foot. The belief is, despite being scary, he should be okay.
I'd be saying that too. He's got literally millions of dollars on the line.
Yeah, well, you know all the medical stuff gets blown out of proportion at the combine.
It can be.
Just because it's the only thing that's going on.
Yeah. The running back from Boise State has massive hemorrhoids. That's being reported.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabedo studios.
Aquabedo.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
I think, Lummy, we just hit 1,500 on our YouTube channel. I'm not traveling to Wesley Chapel today to go to Guy Ferrari, whatever the hell his name is, to his stupid ass chicken place.
Oh, chicken guy.
But I think as if maybe I should do a food review today, which would be a nice little change of pace for a Thursday. Is there anything that you could suggest that any restaurants have out right now? By the way, you can go to our Twitter page, which is at The Bubba Army, better known as X as well, x.com/The Bubba Army. It's a before and after. Here is the picture of our toilet before. There is a new toilet seat in there. I'll install that probably today or tomorrow.
If you want to leave it there, I can put it in.
Hopefully you can install toilet seats better than you can work your trilly on.
Yes, because it's
a joke. Just a joke, bud.
No,
jokes. I just cut a promo on Tuttle.
Oh.
I said, hey, numbnut, when Macho Man texts you, text him back. Quit trying to big time people. Obviously, Macho Man needed to get a hold of him about something, and Tuttle completely blew him off. Come on, Tuttle, learn how to play the game, buddy. Realize that there's some important people around here, and the Macho Man's one of them. And if he texts you, he's not, Macho Man's not Johnny Social, where he's just going to be texting you to see how your day is going. When he texts you, it's probably something to do with the show, technically, and he needs your answer on it.
Hey, Bubba.
What?
There's a couple new exciting items at Taco Bell that you could try.
What?
You could try the...
I'm going to have to write them down because I'll mess them up.
I'm going to send it to you through Trillion. You got this. They have the steak cheesy dipping burritos.
Hold on. Steak cheesy dipping burritos.
And you can wash that down with a Milk Bar birthday cake churro.
Milk Bar B-Day cake. What is a churro?
A churro is it's usually a fried, doughy brown sugar and cinnamon stick. But this one is special because they collaborated with some company called Milk Bar, and they fill it with, it looks like some sort of birthday cake frosting.
Okay.
And top it with sprinkles. It's a beautiful looking stick.
The steak, cheesy, dipping burritos, is that plural?
It can be plural if you have two of them. But I think on the menu it's plural. I think they're two separate rolls.
Is there anybody that can send me a link to this? I like to get a bearing on this.
Hey Bubba, you really called Tuttle?
Yeah, I texted him.
He said he's got nothing from Macho Man.
Macho Man, what say you?
That's crap. And I've texted him many times before that important message I sent yesterday, and he has never responded to
Do
any
you
of my
have the
texts.
right number?
Yeah, he called me. He called me. He calls once in a while.
I didn't see that I had any texts from him. I have him in my phone, and I wasn't big timing him.
Well, he's blocked now, so it doesn't matter.
I'm looking through my now, Macho Man. That's not the way to handle things. Is to block him now. Like I got to deal with all these different personalities that have some type of shtick or madness at each other, and then we block each other, and then we're trying to be funny.
I sent you the link for Taco Bell.
Come on, guys. We all have to get along, and in not getting along puts pressure on me. So Macho Man, don't block him, please. And let me. You sent me a link.
Yes, for the Taco Bell.
Christ. I got so many. All right, here's the toilet that Brian saw before whoever went in there and exploded. I don't do my pooping in there.
Look at the explosion on the back, though.
I know.
That is impressive.
I don't know. It's somebody around here.
That's high PSI diarrhea.
And
there.
I clean, and here is the new one, and I think that this is not poop.
No, that's not poop anymore. That's just stains.
No, that's like. It's worn out down to the core of what the toilet seat's made out of. That's after I cleaned it, including, if you look, there was all kinds of stuff up in here.
Yeah, how do you blow out that? Like, how is that happening?
I don't know, but I cleaned it.
Not you, whoever did that.
I cleaned it, and Lummy, if you could put the new toilet seat on today, I would appreciate it.
No problem.
Tuttle, would you stop ignoring Macho Man? And Macho Man, do not block him. That's just going to cause a bigger shiz storm for me.
Which Bubba just cleaned one up.
And Tuttle, I would probably reach out to Macho Man and tell him that you didn't get his texts or whatever.
Hello?
Hey, Macho Man's full hot. He said he's going to block you. He needed to get a hold of you about something yesterday, and he texted you. You did not return his text. He's full hot. I had to talk him down. I said, do not block him. It's just going to cause more of an issue. Any inner strife that we have here just puts pressure on me. I'm ready to blow my brains out as we speak.
Jeez.
Well, I promise you, I just went through my call log and my text messages, and I promise you, this is not a bid. I'm confused because I don't have any text. I have Macho Man's number in my phone, and I don't have anything
well,
from him. Why
don't you reach out to him and text him and say, this is Tuttle testing Tuttle.
I did. I just texted him.
Did it go through or you blocked?
I just texted him, and it didn't say delivered. He has an iPhone, correct?
I think he does. Macho Man, will you unblock him, please, so that you two can communicate, so when that you need each other, you can?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
I even tried calling him as well, too, because as soon as you told me...
Well, I mean, we're in the middle of a show. You can't call. I mean, we're in the middle of a show. You can't call. You know that.
Okay, all right. My apologies, Bubba. I promise you, I'm not. I went through my logs and everything, and I don't have anything. This
is not against Macho Man at all. But I was doing a lot of work with Tuttle yesterday. Is it okay that this is just a very part-time thing for Tuttle, and that he's got a full-time job during the day?
It wasn't yesterday. It's been about 3 weeks.
3 weeks of no
response.
Oh,
yeah.
Does he have the right? I just got something from him, so he obviously does. But I promise you, I keep all my texts. I don't have anything from him.
I don't have the time nor energy to keep up with the infighting here at the studio. So if everybody could just get along, return people's texts, responsibly on time, I'd appreciate it.
Bubba may not, but I do. So if you guys want to send me all your problems, the show people, you can let me know and I'll solve them for you.
So, Tuttle.
Okay, but I won't. Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I don't have a text from him, so I'm sorry. So that's I will do a better job. Maybe it was me, but I promise you I don't have anything. But maybe it's on me. I'm not blaming anything. There was no infighting. I say hello to everybody. I try to be nice.
See you later. I got to go, Tuttle.
Say hello to me. I'm right down the street, 2 blocks. Would it kill you to stop by?
Brian, stop.
I'm trying.
It's not a time.
I'm easing the tension, baby.
No, it's
easing the tension.
Brian, stop.
Hey, how about those new Taco Bell food items?
I'm looking at them right now. I just, the attitudes and the entitlements and just I'm going to immediately, because I don't get I mean, it all comes down on me. Why can't we just all get along? Oh. So, steak, cheesy dipping burritos.
Yeah, with the creamy chipotle sauce.
It looks like they come with 2.
Yep.
Or you can get the slow roasted chicken cheesy drip. You can get them. It looks like you can get them beef or chicken.
Yeah, but you're an alpha, so you're going to do the beef
or the steak. Yeah.
Now,
steak.
What comes on them?
So you want to know the description? A set of 2 warm snack-sized flour tortillas, each loaded with a full portion of grilled marinated steak, a blend of melty cheddar, pepper jack, and mozzarella cheeses, and avocado ranch sauce for a kick of flavor, wrapped up with a layer of melty cheese grilled to the outside, served with your choice of creamy chipotle sauce.
Now, can I get
reduced fat sour cream, or warm nacho cheese sauce for dipping.
So I'm going to get it, except no avocado ranch, and I'll take the nacho cheese sauce instead of the sour cream for dipping.
That sounds good. You're allowed to do that.
And then what is the
Milk Bar birthday cake churro? A warm and crispy churro.
Right here,
you can get
right
a 1 or 2 pack.
I get a 2-pack. I can give one to the merch crick.
Yeah, a warm and crispy churro filled with birthday cake frosting and topped with sprinkles, made in collaboration with the company Milk Bar.
Perfect. Looks like I'm going to be going to Taco Bell.
Should be good.
To bring back the food review. I'm getting the cheesy dipping burrito, Willie, with the churro birthday cake sidekick. Gene Hackman, his wife and dog found dead in their Santa Fe home. It goes on, and this whole article goes on and tells me about every movie he's been on, every award he's won.
Dude, he's Hoosiers, man. This has got to be a big thing for you.
No, it's very much a big thing for me because, he's one of the lead actors in one of my probably my all-time favorite movie, and that being Hoosiers, and I cry every time.
Dude,
he's a coach, and it's just I don't know if he won an award for Hoosiers or not. But he was one hell of an actor, and I think he was reasonably healthy.
For 95?
And yeah.
Well, so here's the thing, Bubba. So they're saying no foul plays involved. He died, his wife died, the dog died.
Carbon monoxide poisoning.
I mean, it's not.
So, Brian, can I ask you something, though?
Yeah.
Like, what in your house can emit carbon monoxide if you don't have your car running in the garage?
I think if you have like gas appliances.
Oh, like a gas stove or a gas fireplace or something like that?
Yeah.
Maybe?
I think so. I'm not sure because I've never really dealt with it. But let's see. Common household items.
My stove's electric.
Gas furnaces, water heaters, gas stoves, fireplaces, clothes dryers, generators, poorly maintained or damaged gas appliances, and any combustion appliance with a cracked heat exchanger. Essentially, any device that burns fuel in your home. So that's it's mostly if you have gas.
So it might have been like maybe a furnace.
Could have been.
And because it's starting to get
or the stove.
I think it's cold. I think it's actually they're in the middle of a cold spell out there.
Yeah, or the stove.
Maybe he had.
Wait, he's in New Mexico.
Yeah, he's in
They're
New
cold?
Mexico.
It's cold there?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it? It might be.
Well, I mean, there's mountains.
Hey, Alexa, what is the temperature of Albuquerque, New Mexico?
Right now, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, yeah, so Brian.
Today, expect a high of 59 degrees.
Hey, Alexa, what was last night's low temperature in Albuquerque, New Mexico?
From localconditions.com. Night mostly clear, with a low around 38.
Yeah, so, Brian, 38 degrees, you got to turn the furnace on, turn the heater on, the furnace, and, that potentially... Now, most homes have to have carbon monoxide. They look like fire extinguishers, but they double as both a fire extinguisher and a carbon monoxide. Any house built since 2000 or something.
Yeah, and there's mountains in that area, so if he's living near one of these trailheads,
he's
he could be up
colder.
even higher
Right.
and a little bit colder than that. Yeah,
31 in Albuquerque could be 22 at one of the mountain heads he's living in.
Well, it's actually near Santa Fe.
Oh, okay.
Santa Fe County is where they found him. But it's similar temperature. It's not dramatically different, but if you're near elevation.
Right. Hey, Alexa, what was last night's low temperature in Santa Fe, New Mexico?
From localconditions.com. Night mostly clear, with a low around 27.
27?
Ooh. Yeah.
He's turning the furnace on. Hasn't probably had it on yet this year. It has some kind of carbon monoxide leak. And, boom.
There's no way that this was I know, but there's no way it was a suicide thing?
No way in the hell.
Okay.
I don't think. In my opinion,
who kills the dog when they commit suicide?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's the part that strikes it out for me.
If it was a big suicide caper, they would be all over it.
Well, his wife's only 63.
Bullet holes to her head, bullet holes to the dog.
Maybe they had a special poison.
I think Brian's dead on. I think it's carbon monoxide, and based on it being in its low 20s last night in Santa Fe, New Mexico, they turned the furnace on, the gas log, several different things to create heat that also produce carbon monoxide. Their carbon monoxide, maybe their home's a little bit older, a little bit of a log ranch kind of deal. I don't know, but listen, your carbon monoxide things, their battery operate. Well, most of the time, the new ones are plugged in with a battery backup, but that doesn't mean they work. And boom, you're dead. And what a tragedy.
Yeah.
What an absolute. How many Oscars did he have? Hey, Alexa, how many Oscars did Gene Hackman have?
2.
Academy Awards.
I think 4.
Nominations he has received.
Hey, Alexa, how many Oscars did Gene Hackman have?
Gene Hackman has won 2 Oscars out of the 5 nominations he has received.
It's just been the babyface day, man. We should just end it on that. Walk off. Call it the cause of death.
We're at 1.5. It seems to be a record. I don't know how much of 1.5 we're at. If we're 1,506. or we're 1,576.
We got to be up there. We've been at 1.5 for a while.
Maybe before I end the show, last minute push. I'm on for like 2. Let's do a 2-minute push.
See if we can get to 1,600.
See if we can get this bitch to 1,600.
All right.
Do you want Seth and I to sing a song?
No, please.
Please?
I've heard your songs all goddamn morning long. No. And I hear Seth's songs all the time.
Sorry.
But a sad song says so much.
Anyway, bottom line is, it's a record. It's a new track record. 1.5, 1,500 likes. That's huge. We hit 1,000 by 7:42. I'm on for another 1 minute and 37 seconds before we hit straight up 10 o'clock. So I'm just going to keep.
If we can get to 1,600, I just got a text from both of them separately. Macho and Tuttle said they'll go in the Bubba Gun.
Oh, no.
They said they'll settle this once and for all.
No, I hope it's settled once for all. I can't have any additional stress in my life. You see, Seth, you can confirm I got my business taxes today. Look,
Oh yeah.
That explains why you were on the chip.
Yeah. You're not a kidding.
I'm not a kid.
No, you're not a kidding. Lummy, 58 seconds. 58 seconds.
Come on. Hulk up, babyface brigade. Mount up.
And even if you're on Rumble, flip over to YouTube real fast. It's at the Bubba Army, and give me a real quick thumb. And I don't know how close to 1,600 we are, but we're going to keep the show going on for 40 more seconds. 36 now. I don't know if we can get. I mean, the thumbing up seems to be changing at an alarming rate.
The Epstein report just came out.
There it is. We just hit it. 1.6.
Alf is on the list.
1.6. Love y'all. See you tomorrow with Gene Lasker. What's that, Lovey?
Benji Summer, $20.
Benji Summer, $20. And let me see if I got a last-minute PayPal. Willie, stand by. Hold on. Yes, John Costica, $100, Babyface Thursday.
Thanks for letting me finish. Listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian, Lummit.
It's Seth, co-host and president of podcasting.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter programming.
Rhett, the filthy ginger video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.